Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It is August 19th, 2019. Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. We still have our phones on.
Are you ready for Monday Night Raw? I don't know if I am. But we do have some exciting stuff happening tonight.
Lots of matches.
Well, kind of. There isn't really a lot of matches going on, but they did bring back King of the Ring.
After a 4-year absence.
Yeah, 4-year absence. Gosh, I thought it was longer than that, but I guess it's not.
We've got AJ Styles defending his United States Championship against Braun Strowman.
Yep.
We have 2 King of the Ring matches.
Yes, we do have 2 King of the Ring matches.
Cedric Alexander versus Sami Zayn. And what else we got? We got Kevin Owens. No, not Kevin
Cesaro.
Owens. Cesaro versus
Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe.
Yes. Those are the matches that we know of that are happening tonight.
We got a farewell concert from Elias.
Yes.
That's planned out. It's getting exciting. We got What's her name?
Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks on the King's Court with Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, Jerry the King Lawler.
Should be a pretty exciting episode. We're starting off with Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns of the Roman Empire coming out.
The big dog's back on Raw.
If we could do a big dog part, we would, but... Is that how you do it?
That's how, oh my god, Titus O'Neil does it.
Oh, that's I would think it'd be more like...
Billions of dollars.
Wonder FN just showed up.
Thanks for joining us. It's pretty early. Roman Reigns just came out.
Said, "Oh no, Travis, what are you doing?"
Oh no. Who this is?
Who is this?
Everybody knows my name.
I think we put our names on there finally. So people might actually know who we are.
Look, no Corey Graves. We got Jerry.
Yes. And looks like Renee's wearing some leopard print kind of shirts going on. But it's like another one of those shirts where she has it buttoned up to here, has some weird like see-through type of sleeves going on. I'm not sure what's going on that. Hi, Kaden! He's a big Wrestling Gab fan.
Whoa. He's already subscribed.
Woo!
We do it live. We do Raw and SmackDown. And the pay-per-views.
Yes.
Soon to do NXT. AEW.
So we're still talking about the whole Roman Reigns trying to be taken out.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the same story.
So now they're going over that story again of who's trying to take out Roman Reigns.
We got Buddy Murphy's going to be wrestling Daniel Bryan this week. He wrestled Roman last week.
Oh, yeah.
They added him to the rivalry.
Yes.
It's another try to hit me with a car.
He tried to hit him with his car, some drunk driver.
This has affected my life.
His cousin.
It's affected my livelihood and the opportunity
He can't help
to
himself,
protect
I
and
guess.
provide for my family.
Whoa.
I've seen the footage.
He needs to go have some counseling now, I guess.
Watching Monday Night Raw.
I'll make sure I get
Yes,
some
Monday
answers.
Night Raw.
Tomorrow I won't be able to say it, so
Roman
Saw
Reigns.
you
Should be
in
saying
that
it all
moment,
night.
so that makes me assume that you did it, or you know exactly who did it.
I'm kind of tired of this storyline.
what?
And I'm kind
We
of
just
tired.
kinda started.
I don't care. I'm tired of all the flashback stuff. I mean, I know that if people haven't been watching, that they're like, oh, we have to keep everybody up to date. But it just seems like it just gets more stupid and more stupid as they go along.
It's a TV show. AEW won't be like that. It'll be a little
Probably
more
good.
wrestling orientated. Rowan.
When he had his head forced against the wall by Roman Reigns, did he say anything about Buddy Murphy?
And Buddy Murphy got all beat up and everything.
Yeah, now he's
by
all
Rowan.
upset and wants to wrestle Daniel Bryan. So he got beat up by a big guy and wants to wrestle a small guy.
Well, you know, I'm guess that's how it goes.
Rowan has nothing to do with this.
Sure.
So
What?
tonight, you thought Rowan was involved in your incidents. So go ahead and apologize.
Yeah, apologize.
Whoa.
Roman Reigns.
Before this turns
Wonder
into
where
a
Irish
melee and
is.
you get hurt,
Maybe they're
I
sleeping.
just want you to know
They should be.
that we've been conducting our own
It's still early in the broadcast.
and we found who did it.
They found who did it.
And next week, we'll bring you the culprit.
See, that's the only thing they really needed to go back over is this part right here. So now we might get the answer from Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan of who is behind all the nasty tricks happening to Roman Reigns. Somebody's out to kill him. It's like I said.
They're gonna wrestle Dolph again. So the rumors
I
have
thought
been
Dolph
that
was
Dolph's
supposed to be
gone.
gone.
Like sitting. So he
Tom
was,
says it keeps skipping.
Presenting in Hollywood, Florida, waiting to relate to it now. Dolph Ziggler! I'm gonna ask again, what is wrong with Dolph Ziggler? He continues to take people off, and he
Well, it's probably
continues to
the
make
stream.
outrageous claims, like some of those on the
Their stream is being kind of slow.
Stop. I mean, it
Weird.
seems like he went out to happy hour and hopped on Twitter, which is never a good idea. Just taking aim at Roman Reigns. Again, upset that somebody else is getting
I don't know
attention
either.
from WWE, from the WWE universe. This guy doesn't know when to stop. He just gets in his own way.
Yeah, well, let me tell you about
It
Dolph
says
Ziggler.
it's
You know what the
buffering.
narcissist? He's arrogant,
What does that say
conceited,
about-
self-centered. He's an egomaniac. And those are his good points.
Dolph came out to talk to Roman.
Listen, I want to tell you
Outfit
face
is
to
low.
face,
stream
No,
that
no,
healthy
no.
again, so maybe that'll pick it up.
I'm being a gentleman
Hopefully.
here.
So we got Dolph
I'm being
back
the bigger
outside.
man.
Or not outside, but.
I want to
He's
tell
in the
you
ring
face to
again. He's
face.
talking to
So
Roman.
he was supposed to be gone.
Yeah, supposedly he was retiring
fans.
or leaving.
I want to face you man to man and tell you everything that has almost happened to you. I'm glad you're okay. I mean that.
Maybe just because
I mean,
like he has
man
help
to
with
man.
his contract stuff doesn't mean
I
that
just-
he.
Yeah, but
I
he's
just
supposed to
don't
be
get
sitting
why-
at home.
You get all the
Right.
attention for these things almost happening to you, but
I don't know.
Meanwhile,
Looks like it's
I-
still skipping.
Yeah.
What do you do?
You
No,
suck. You
I don't
suck.
suck.
You suck.
I could try it.
I'm trying to be the bigger man here. Shut up.
I'm trying to be the bigger man here.
Listen, you almost got hit by a lighting rig and run over by a car. Almost. But do you have any idea what it's like to get speared by Goldberg?
Oh,
I got speared.
all about Dolph
I
again.
got speared like 3 times.
He
And I was
speared
surprised.
like 3 times.
Well, we're obviously having technical difficulty. Trying to get it straightened out. Not sure exactly. Can't reset my router because we're online.
It's bad enough getting speared by Goldberg, but I didn't
I don't
even
know.
see it
I'm
coming.
thinking the only
He
thing we
speared me
changed
3
is the
times.
ticker
I
at the
thought
bottom.
he had to wait 6 months in between
Never
each
reset
time
the
that he
router
speared
for
me.
it.
I don't know the rules.
I usually
I got
do
this
it in the day,
DZ wannabe HBK cheap shot me, super kicking me in the face. I was so out of it last
Is it
Monday.
still doing it?
Maurice's
Still
husband
low
beat
output?
me with Ric Flair's move. Do you have any idea how embarrassing that is?
That's our stream health is
Listen.
good.
But you can
Listen,
see,
listen.
like, if you wait.
No, I know. Listen,
But it's not.
trust me.
Right.
I think you're the man. You're the big dog. I get it. But I think everyone here knows
I
it
don't
should
understand.
be
I don't understand.
me. Everyone here knows.
What's up,
Everyone
telling
knows.
us?
Listen to me. Man to man. You know and I know. It should be.
Boom! Roman goes down.
Oh.
Roman is down. They're trying to power through this and just hope it
Man can be so
fixes
dangerous.
itself. I don't
I
know
would never believe Ziggler if his tongue were
how to
moving.
fix
What a
it.
liar. Dolph Ziggler flooring Roman Reigns with a cheap shot before this match
Slow
actually
some
starts.
stuff down.
You still suck, they're saying.
You still suck.
Dolph.
You still suck.
I don't know. Dolph Ziggler came out here and
He
continued
was
Y'all
all
stop rolling
talking.
down.
He was all talking, trying to be all like, I know how you feel, you poor guy, and all this stuff and everything. And then he gave him a cheap shot,
Now he's putting the blame on Roman Reigns.
saying how much he felt for him and,
worried about
oh, you're being attacked by people. And
Just don't think you can close it down.
And the Goldberg chants ring through the arena here.
Goldberg,
Goldberg,
Goldberg.
You know.
Roman Reigns
Right.
and I'm ready to go.
Oh, so they're
So they're
going to have
actually
a
gonna have a
match
match.
between Roman Reigns and Dolph.
So Roman knocked Dolph out.
And somehow, Roman's not sure which side of his jaw he should like hold on to that Dolph hit.
Right, and the whole thing kicked in the face.
Right? Because
Reigns still trying to shake off the kick by Ziggler. He may have a fractured jaw.
he might have a fractured jaw. That's
So
hilarious.
Roman's on the outside, stalking. Oh, he's going to go for the drive-by. Backed up. Oh.
Ziggler has taken control.
Going to a commercial now, so I'm going to work on this during the commercial.
It's what's on the inside.
So it's going to be a little quiet, but I got to figure this out. I
No,
don't know if there's people here.
I don't know, but it looks like on my stuff that it's not skipping, so I don't know what's going on.
See if closing some windows would help. It looks like it's pretty bad. But without action, it's hard to see.
Right. I'm saying like on
Right.
the subscribing that I'm looking at, it doesn't look like that. So.
But you can see our heads when we move. So if I go like that.
Right, I understand.
Well, that's what matters.
Saying.
Because that's the audio.
But if you look at it from there, it doesn't look like it.
So did that just happen on there?
It's a little behind like it always has been, but it's not doing anything really that crazy.
The stream on the bottom looks good.
Yeah, the stream
So
here
we're
looks
probably
fine.
good.
So I don't know why there is being on ours. It might look like it's kind of.
I am going to count to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
12,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Alright, I think we're back. And we're good. Alright, so now that things are working, I don't want to see that, because that just throws me off.
What?
I want to see the chat.
All right. Still just have Wonder, Kaden, and Tom.
Yeah,
Tom and
I don't
Kaden.
think anybody's in there. So.
And Luke. Hey, Luke!
There's Luke.
How you doing?
We missed you last Tuesday. We were having a little bit of technical difficulty just a few minutes ago, but I think we're back. Are we?
I think it's okay now.
Are we working? It's the thumbs up or whatever it is.
Tell us what it looks like.
Oh, right now you're got Roman Reigns and he is wrestling Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler came out into the ring and was all like, "Oh,
I hope
I'm
you're
so
okay."
bad. Oh, I know how you feel. La-di-da-di-da. Everybody's all out to get you and all these things are happening." And he felt all bad for him. And then he attacked him.
Right? And then he just super kicks him right in the face.
Yeah. And then Roman's like, "I don't know which side of my jaw I'm supposed to hold."
Yeah, he's
Is he
been
held
playing
both
with his
sides?
jaw the whole
And he's
time.
like, "Oh, it's so bad." So now they're actually having a match. But other than that,
But we're at a commercial. So.
yeah, Luke, we're at a commercial, so that's why you don't hear the TV. I'm pretty sure you don't want to hear the garbage commercials over here in the United
Got
States.
Mockingjay or something.
They're doing some Stone Cold, Steve Austin, straight up stuff. Okay, we might be back though.
And
we're back to the match.
Back on.
Dolph Ziggler versus Roman Reigns, our first match here
Dolph's
tonight.
leading it. He's got him in a
And
headlock.
Ziggler
Yeah, kicked him in
has
the
been
knee.
taking it to Roman Reigns.
Punching him in the face.
Started the match off tonight with a
Taking
cheap
it to
shot
Roman Reigns.
before the belly
Yeah,
of the ring.
give it to
Then he
him.
dragged Roman
Giving it
Reigns
to
into
him.
the barricade rib first and now
Because
attacking
we
the
thought
leg of the
that
mid
Dolph was
jaw.
done, according to some rumors that were happening. His contract was up.
Not his contract. He was going to
And
sit
it
the
buys
ring.
Roman Reigns some valuable time to regroup. It's been all
Oh,
really
okay.
all Ziggler.
Cool, Luke. I didn't know you were in the States. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's in the States.
Let's take a look at what happened at the beginning of this match. Cheap
That's
shot
like a
right off
gift
the
shop
bat
with a
from
few
Dolph
times.
Ziggler.
The bell
Oh, you didn't know?
hadn't even
Yeah.
gone off yet. The match hadn't even
We had
started.
a-
Ziggler with a cheap shot and a super kick.
Oh, right to the jaw.
Dolph knew exactly what he was doing the moment he walked out. You're just,
Oh!
I'll know what I
And Roman Reigns with a drive-by. So much on
Drive-by.
Roman Reigns'
Roman's
mind,
got the
of course,
lead now, so.
Who's been trying to take him out over the past couple of weeks. Looks to refocus, regroup tonight against Ziggler in this one-on-one
Watching
match.
Monday Night
He's not
Raw.
gonna get the answer to that tomorrow night on
Roman's taking
SmackDown
it to
Live.
him now.
Roman Reigns trying to build momentum.
Well, that is pretty much the middle of the state.
He's had his own problems as of
Kansas
late.
City, Missouri is in the middle of the state.
You a baseball fan?
Dolph's his own worst enemy at this point.
And just continues to run his mouth, King.
I know it. He's getting that mouth.
Punches.
Shut up tonight.
Clothesline.
Clotheslining him against the ropes in the corner. The crowd was counting how many he did. He's like,
Good
yeah.
old-fashioned slow.
I'm so bad.
Down
There's
goes
a big
Ziggler.
boot to the face. Ziggler's down.
Just getting his butt beat like normal.
And now Roman Reigns
Right.
bang with a drive-by to Ziggler. That allowed Reigns to take control of this matchup.
Oh, so that's how we got control.
Roman may be sucking soup through a straw for
Well,
the
that's
next few
good.
days, but
Oh, okay.
Here
Good.
comes the Superman punch.
Dolph
Is Dolph gonna hit him
Ziggler.
with the super
Locked
kick
in,
though?
loaded.
Nope.
Nope. Oh,
Rolls him up. One, two.
Two count kick out
Yeah,
there
I'm pretty
for
sure
Ziggler.
Dolph's not going to win this.
DDT.
DDT.
Wow.
Ziggler for the
One,
win, and what a win it would be over Reigns.
Yeah,
Kicks
not
out
gonna-
of two.
Oh, that was close.
Two very close counts.
Well, now that we're at a
Dolph Ziggler at this point has got to be
these
wondering,
people having a
what
little
do I
nap
have
on
to
the thing.
do to put Reigns away?
They're having a nap.
Again.
They're taking their break for a second, so there's no action happening.
Thing is, nobody would
You guys
ever
like her? You guys
deny
okay?
the talent
You guys
of
good?
Dolph Ziggler. When
Are you
we've seen
okay?
him go toe to toe
You guys
with
all right?
the absolute best in this
Luke
business.
says he's a
racked up
Kansas
so
City
many
Royals and
accolades, he
Chiefs
just
born and
gets his
raised.
own way.
My cousin
One
is
thing,
a
Roman, don't
Kansas
let
City
Dolph Ziggler
Chiefs
drop
fan.
those
Yes,
elbows on your
big
chest.
time.
If you ever want to know if there's life after death, let Dolph Ziggler drop 10
My,
elbows on your chest like he did
Giants beat the Chiefs, or not the Chiefs, but the
And
Royals in the
Roman
World
chants
Series
begin
one year.
in the
The year
Twin
before the
Cities.
Royals won it.
Ziggler
I was
could be
so
closing
excited.
in on a major
Eric Hosmer,
victory here tonight.
Mike
Looking
Mustafa,
for the zigzag again. Reigns able to hang on to the top rope and out.
Lorenzo King.
Over the top roll up
Wasn't
again.
there a player on the Royals that
Reigns in a
you
kick
kind
out
of knew?
two.
Not like new,
Yeah,
but
Billy
But for the
Butler.
famous
Billy Butler.
Sir Reigns intercepted Ziggler.
ew.
Power of
They're
the
just
big
having
dog
lots
on
of fun up
display.
here.
Here we go.
That was
Oh,
before.
wow, what kind of move is that? Oh, he jumped out of it.
It was before that dynasty.
Oh.
Billy was there.
Ugh, Dolph moved at the right time.
Zigzag.
Oh.
Check him in tonight.
1, 2.
Oh, he almost had so close. Almost had him.
I think if the ref
Almost.
wouldn't have stopped, he would have hit it. He was like,
Oh, am I supposed
He
to?
almost had him
Oh.
there.
Like Roman really wasn't paying attention to what was going on. Like, oh, I'm
I got a
supposed
kick
to
out here.
Put Roman
I'm supposed to
away.
lose.
And launch. Ziggler comes.
He
Into
got
the
him
cover
some
referee in
zigzag.
position. And at 2 3/4.
there we go.
Roman able to get his shoulder up.
The two of those tonight for Dolph. He's coming close.
And we're in another
What's it
little
gonna
break
take to keep
here.
Roman
They're taking
down?
their little naps.
I don't know. But
Dolph's trying to get
Dolph's
the
trying
crowd
to-
involved.
He's
He's
down right
screaming.
now.
He's trying to
he
get
got the
excited
jaw
and
down now, his shoulder
Get
smashed
himself
into the
pumped
ring
up.
post.
Oh, cool.
He's up. The crowd's booing him.
Who's this one?
Boo, boo,
could be a
boo. You suck,
tuning
you
up the
suck.
band.
That's all they said.
Oh boy.
For a little bit of a sweet chin
Sweet
music,
chin
of
music.
course, made famous by the man that Ziggler mocked in recent weeks, the Hall of Famer, the Heartbreak
Yes,
Kid,
he
Shawn Michaels.
Luke says the Chiefs looking to be
And
the
how
best
sweet it would
NFL
be for
team this
Ziggler to
year.
knock off
Are
Reigns
they?
with sweet
Can
chin
they
music.
beat Tom Brady in the
Reigns
playoffs?
able to catch him.
Oh!
I worry about Andy Reid. There it is.
Superman
1,
punch.
2.
Oh,
Don't kick
something
out.
Oh! So thought he wasn't going to.
World champions.
This is
It
awesome.
was a 2 count, just a 2 count. The ref's like, just
Roman
a 2
Reigns
count.
can't believe it. Take a look at
Roman was
this.
very upset about that. He figured he should have
The
gotten that 3
Superman
count on
punch
that.
right on the jaw.
Yeah, I worry about Andy Reid coaching with his pass first offense. They need to run the ball,
The ref, was that? Are you sure that wasn't
play good
3?
defense.
Are you sure? Do you know how to count, ref? Roman doesn't think that the ref
Look at
knows
that
how to
face.
count.
I don't know if you
He's
guys
like,
noticed,
are you
but Roman
sure?
Reigns is a pacifist.
I don't think you know
He can pass a fist right through his face.
I
in
got
just
it at
about
3.
30 seconds.
And that's what Roman Reigns
Roman's
would
all
love to do
jacked up.
again.
Like, come on!
Fired up.
He did some coke before I came out here. Now, you people need to make sure that you're excited too.
Oh,
There he is. There's his
Roman
weirdness.
went
Oh!
for the spear.
Oh! Famouser. 1, 2.
Oh!
This is getting exciting.
Don't throw out another
You gotta
one.
hand it to Dolph Ziggler.
Famous
He's
sir.
everything he's got.
Yeah.
And here's another example.
Off the spear.
Countered into the finisher. And Dolph once
Why do they
again
keep showing the replay
almost
every
knocked off
second?
Reigns.
Because they're taking a nap.
Dolph's pulling out all the
So they have to show the
stops
replay
here. Big dog,
because
Roman
they're taking
just
a little
keeps
break.
kicking out.
And at
Because
some
they're
point, Dolph
tired.
has
That's
to
why they
ask
do keep
himself,
taking
how
their
can I
break.
beat this man?
Luke
What a way to
says
kick off
to your
Monday
stuff
Night Raw.
that
What a
Brady
match.
doesn't have Gronk or Gordon issues, so we will
Ziggler
stop
was
him.
begging the official for a
And then he
3 count there.
said, we got a
Finally,
better
he was
defense
one.
and the best quarterback.
Ziggler, I
Yeah,
guarantee
the
you.
best quarterback.
I'm better than you.
Ooh, Dolphin's yelling at his head.
Don't get me
I am
wrong,
better
I want to
than
see
you.
Kansas City win, by the way.
It'd be kind of cool to see somebody else
It's
win
just hard to
against
see
Patriots.
Belichick losing.
You're an idiot. He's giving him whiplash.
Again,
Whacking
Dolph
him in the
getting
back of the
carried
head.
away.
But, you know, Roman might be really used to that.
And whack me.
Dolph Ziggler says, now we end this.
There it is.
Oh,
Brutal.
that
Big
was
spear.
brutal. Big spear
One,
from the corner.
2, 3.
And Dolphin's done.
Roman wins
Roman got the
again.
count. He won. Which is not surprising.
That's a good match, though.
It was pretty good for just an impromptu match.
His ego got him in trouble once again.
Again, this
His
is
ego
probably
got him
the
in
time
trouble once
Dolph
again.
couldn't have
That's
this
too
tonight.
funny.
There were 2 separate times. There was like 2
just
and
Dolph
3 quarters of the count. He just couldn't get it done. But it was horrible.
He's done it a lot of times. He lets his mouth run a check that his body can't cash. What's this?
Roman Reigns and vicious spear. What
The crowd's faces were like,
That's deadly. Dolph's going to be feeling
So on Monday nights
There were
when
a couple
the Chiefs are
spears
playing
lately.
Monday Night Football, we probably won't be
all
seeing
earned,
you.
by the way.
right?
More to come here tonight on Monday Night Raw.
That's going to come AJ Styles
I know
with
Tony's
his
not gonna
United States title
No.
on the line when he faces the monster among men for the first time ever.
Ooh, United States Championship.
King of Rings.
The King of Rings starts tonight. The first
Cesaro,
round is
Samoa Joe.
Cesaro and Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe will square
Cedric
off in the
Alexander
first round matchup.
versus,
Also
Sami
here tonight,
Zayn.
another
Yeah.
first round matchup.
First
Cedric
round
Alexander
matchup.
And Sami Zayn. Could one of these men be the king of the ring?
Wow. That is the first word on
Jerry Lawler is here because he's doing the King's Court tonight, Luke. So we have Sasha Banks on that. Yeah. So we want to know what's going on with her. So they got him as a dude. What do you call
Be
that?
interviewed by Jerry Lawler.
Yes, be interviewed by Jerry Lawler.
The boss is back.
Yeah, so instead of it being Corey Graves out there, it's Jerry King Lawler.
I'm sure Corey's around.
Looks like that's what's up next, though, is the King's Court with Sasha Banks.
Yeah, that should be exciting, especially after last week
Yeah.
where she came out and beat up Natalya. Told Natalya, you know, oh, your dad's watching.
Oh, yeah.
And so
She was all like, oh, you're
she
so
came out with her
poor thing.
purple hair, or pink hair, whatever you call that. And it was a wig, obviously, but she had
Yeah.
it. And it was all, I mean, she just had hair for days.
Yes.
And she walks out, and then she gets up there with Natalya, and Natalya's got her arm in the sling, and they're all being nice
I have to
each
go
other.
see an MRI for my arm.
Oh, 1 year ago, my dad died, and then
so sad.
she's like, "Oh, your dad was watching," and she turns around to walk off, and then
and
boom,
then
hits
clocks
her,
her.
and
And
then,
it keeps beating the poop out
and
of
then
her.
pulls her
It's
wig
very
off,
funny.
and then she got blue hair. Introduces the blue hair,
Yes.
and then she,
Beats the
Beats-
poop out
starts
of
beating
Natalya. I mean, beats the living
and
shit
then
out of
Becky
her.
comes down to save the day.
And then she
and
beats
then-
the shit out of her, too.
But it was a good. I mean, they fought, they
Yes.
brawled for a few,
They
and then
did.
she was outside, and she kept telling her, you know, who's the man now, and,
Yeah. Where's your balls now, Becky?
right? I'm kind of excited for that one. I guess they're gonna start pushing Becky more as a face instead of a heel.
Ugh. That's alright, I guess. I kind of like Sasha as a bitch. She makes a perfect.
Yeah.
She makes a perfect heel. She's so mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, I'm going to say that she's a better heel because everybody is, except
Yeah.
for Shane McMahon.
Luke says that was arguably the best heel turn in a while.
Oh, well,
Yes.
Yeah, without
Thumbs
question.
up, double.
Without question, it was the best heel turn in a while. I'm kind of looking forward to tonight because I'm assuming Becky's going to come down and interfere.
I'm kind of thinking that too. That was something we kind of put in our thing. We're like, you know, is Becky going to show up? Is she going to interrupt the whole interview
Guarantee
with
she's showing
Jerry
up.
Lawler?
She shows up and she interrupts the day.
Right?
And then Jerry's going to have another heart attack.
Oh,
'cause
great.
He loves the ladies.
Ugh,
In the old
that's
days.
gross.
In the old days, he's the one that like spearheaded the puppies. All the girls were showing their boobs.
Oh.
Puppies, puppies, and he'd always freak out about the puppies. That was the Attitude Era stuff.
Jeez.
And
Why is
so
that not
they always put
surprising?
him in the ring, and he always got to judge all the lingerie contests and the bikini contests and all that. So they're giving him another ladies segment tonight. There's not a lot of big breasts in this one, but they are very attractive women.
Yeah.
They're just not like the Attitude Era women with the silicone parts.
Yeah. So we've also got AJ Styles with his
Braun
perfect like hair.
Right.
I swear to God, he must have a really good hairstylist. I mean, he must do something with his hair, or have somebody else or something. It's like so pretty and shiny and just like flows. It's like flowing locks and everything.
It's the Zohan. Don't mess with the Zohan. He's even got it feathered.
Totally. Versus Braun Strowman, which I don't know where this is going.
I don't know.
It's for the actual championship.
I keep hearing that Braun Strowman's going to be wrestling Seth Rollins at the next pay-per-view for the title. That's the rumor that keeps popping up. Popping up. There we go.
Did you know 24/7 championship first champion was Titus, first female champion Kelly, first two-time champion R-Truth, first co-champion The Revival, first Hall of Fame champion Pat something, and then I didn't catch the last one. Sorry guys, I didn't read fast enough. Luke says the biggest rumor put right now is we might get a 4 horsewomen fatal 4-way for WrestleMania. Charlotte versus Bayley versus Banks versus Lynch. Not surprising, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do that.
I could see that. You don't think they'll bring in like Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey and do a 4 horsemen women of each?
Shouldn't Ronda Rousey be all knocked up by now and popping out babies? Isn't that what her whole plan was?
I've heard that she might be coming back soon, but I don't know how true it is.
Last night.
Here we go.
Here they're doing a little back of what happened last Monday to Natalya and Sasha Banks.
It's been 1 year today since my dad died.
Oh, we know it's sad.
In my dreams last night.
August 19th,
My dad spoke to
2019,
me.
Monday night.
And my dad said,
Is where we're at right now.
I'm so proud of you.
Legit. She's a legit boss. Luke says she's thinking that Rousey and Baszler will be on tap. I can see that. Oh, you poor thing.
For
Let me
Fox.
give you a hug. Oh,
See?
he's so proud
She
of
points
you.
to the heavens.
He's watching you.
And she just turns
you poor
around
thing.
and-
And whack! And then she just like literally elbowed her right in the face. And then beat her up. Her little broken arm stuff.
When she tore it off, I thought she had short blue hair, and I was like, what?
She's like, I'm tired of this purple hair. And then beats the glitter gets out of her. Glitter.
Goes after the arm, which tells us that it's not that.
Whatever, it's totally broken. Now she's really gonna have to get an MRI. Come on, bitch, bring it on!
You over there clucking. Chicken head.
Right? Ooh! Sasha Banks got
And she
it.
hits her in the head with the steel chair.
She does.
It's
She
like the third.
beats the crap
It's
out
like
of
the
her.
third whack.
Like, and I'm not sure if she meant to, if it was like an accident, just kind of got there. Yeah, where's your balls now, huh, Becky? And it slapped her. It was hilarious.
Right?
It was after that. It was right there, I think. One of those. It was one of those ones we just saw before she threw the
It's when she
chair.
grabbed her head.
Yeah. It was funny.
The boss is back.
She is. She's back and
I'm
smiling
excited.
about it, too. She's
You
very
guys excited to see the boss?
Ew, Becky's like,
There she is.
earlier today with Becky.
The man.
She don't have any balls.
Last week, Sasha Banks beat me stupid with a chair, and all everybody wants to know is why. Why do I keep calling people out? Why have I been daring the entire locker room to come after me? Now, I'll be interested to know what Sasha's answers are with Jerry Lawler later, but I'll give you my simple answer. Because I want the best, most aggressive version of everyone coming after this. I want to fight the best. I want to fight everyone at their most interesting. I want to fight everyone at their peak. And that is what Sasha Banks is at the moment.
Because
she can thank the
she
man
wants
for that.
to fight the best.
So four months ago,
to be the best.
Sasha Banks ran away crying from WWE, her career cold as ice. Now cut to last week, and she's hotter than ever. So why is that? What did Sasha Banks do suddenly on her 4-month whinging vacation that suddenly made her so hot? Nothing. She did absolutely nothing.
What? She looked like she worked out.
And it only took me a couple of press interviews to do what Sasha Banks couldn't. Make her the top dog in 2019. Because Sasha Banks is the greatest woman on the roster to never be great. So now, Sasha, I know that you're listening to this. I want to say this to you directly. Now, you can swing your chair and you can wear your dollar store glasses all you like. But the fact is, I put more work into getting you into WWE than you did. So why is that, Sasha? Why did it take me to unleash the real you? Because the greats don't need to be goaded into greatness. They seek it out, they crave it. They dare the entire locker room to come after them, just like I'm going to seek you out. I told you last week, this is a cat and mouse game. And when I do get you, I'm going to give you something to go run home and cry about.
Becky thinks she found her balls, I think.
Becky's found her balls. I like Becky.
I didn't say that like
Here it is. I guess we're going to do it right now.
That's what they said was
Jerry the King Lawler.
Jerry the King Lawler.
All right.
King's
Court. Jerry Lawler. Monday Night Raw.
Welcome everyone to the King's Court. Thank you.
Listen in a little bit.
Now, judging by what we just saw, it looks like Becky Lynch is going to be looking for some retribution on my next guest. But from the looks of things, that may not be too easy. Now, before I bring the boss Sasha Banks out on the King's Court, I would be remiss if I didn't take just a moment to mention the 2019 King of the Ring tournament.
Yeah. King of the Ring tournament tonight.
I got to talk about it because, of course, I am the king. But the King of the Ring is one of my favorite events of the year here in the WWE. Now, it's not only it's not only just a moniker. It's actually sometimes it's a launching pad. I mean, let's face it. Some legends like Bret the Hitman Hart was King of the Ring.
Harley Race.
Stone Cold Steve Austin was King of the Ring.
Not called it King of the Ring. He was just King Harley Race.
Minneapolis' own the Beast Brock Lesnar was King of the Ring. Now, what it's all about is over the next few weeks, 16 of the top WWE superstars are going to battle it out in this very ring.
Who do you think's going to win King of the Ring?
Well, to be called the King of the Ring.
All of them?
They're going to be the ones that reign supreme. Now, before I actually make my pick on who I think is going to win this tournament, let's take a look at the bracket.
Here comes the bracket.
They're going to show us the bracket for it.
And here is the bracket for the King of the Ring tournament for the first time in over 4 years. Someone
Ricochet, McIntyre, Alexander, Zayn, Miz, and Corbin for Raw, Owens, Elias, Ali, Murphy, Gable, Benjamin, Apollo, and Andrade for Smackdown. Those are all of the first round matchups that they have. And tonight we're going to see Cesaro, Samoa Joe, Alexander, and Sami Zayn.
I think Andrade has the easiest route.
I'll tell you, some great superstars in this tournament. Now, I'm just going to go out on a limb and I'm saying, from the Raw side, I think it's going to come down to Cedric Alexander
and
Ricochet.
That's an interesting way to put it, I
And
guess.
from the SmackDown side,
Bray Wyatt.
Oh my God.
Is it the Fiend?
It is.
Oh no.
Is it the Fiend?
Yep.
I think it's the Fiend.
Oh my God.
I think it might be the Fiend. Jerry's getting out of the ring.
Running.
He's getting out of the ring and is getting far away from it.
Jerry to get out of the ring.
He's not gonna have anything to do with it.
Pure black.
Oh no!
King, where are you?
Oh my gosh, where'd he go? Vicky, nobody knows where Jerry is. There he is. There's Jerry. Where's
Jerry's scared. He's looking around.
Bray's got to be somewhere. Is he behind him? Is he in front of him? He's right behind him!
him.
There he is! There he is!
He's got him. The mandible claw.
He's got him in the mandible claw. He's gonna steal everything there is about Jerry the King Lawler. Is he gonna take his crown too? That's not very nice.
How are they gonna do King's Court without Jerry?
Maybe it was all a ploy.
Anytime there's a damn veteran, he comes to try and say he's the veteran killer.
Ooh, the Fiend. Got him.
Now he's throwing his arms out.
Oh, the crowd's going cray-cray.
And darkness.
And darkness and nothing. Ooh, laughing. Laughing.
He's been a bad boy. We're back on.
Who's gonna come out?
Jerry's laid out.
Oh,
Here
there's
comes all
some
the
refs
referees.
coming out. Make sure he's okay. You know, we gotta make sure he's really okay because he had a heart attack. So, talk about giving you another heart attack. That might be what gives you the heart attack.
Yowie, wowie.
Okay, so Luke mentioned back in the Fox wants some more crossover athletes, fighters on Fox since they air UFC,
right?
And now they'll do WWE. He was talking about when you were saying that Sasha Banks had won the title. He said, yeah, Banks won the title 4 times, but lost it all 4 times on the first defenses.
Yeah, she's never defended it.
Yeah.
She did defend the tag team championships though once.
Oh yeah. So
you can't say she's
title,
never done it with any title, but
right?
But with the singles.
With the singles women's championship, right?
She's lost it every time she's won it.
Right. Luke says he's liking one of the heels. He'll almost always wins King of the Ring. Yeah, I could see that, I guess.
I would like to see McIntyre win it, personally.
Yeah. And I don't know if you heard Jerry's predictions. He predicted that it would be between Cedric Alexander and Ricochet on the Raw side.
Right.
That's who he's going for.
He didn't get to the SmackDown side because the lights went out.
Yeah, he didn't get to the SmackDown side. The Fiend came and kind of interrupted a little bit, which is okay. I'm okay with that. Because we're on Raw, not SmackDown. That's tomorrow. Because we're on Monday Night Raw tonight.
Right, for the SmackDown stuff.
Yes.
King of the Ring should be exciting.
I hope so. I mean, as long as they put together guys that can kind of keep up with each other, I think it'll be, exciting in the sense of holds and
it's
stuff.
It's going to culminate at Clash of the Champions.
Right.
So it's going to be and that's September 15th. And we'll do it live.
Right.
It's a Sunday, obviously. That's when all theirs are, did you see?
Right. Yeah, he said there never was going to be a King's Court. This means we get a Banks interview later or she attacks someone.
Right.
Yeah, because there's no way that
Jerry's
going to go out there now. He's, down for the count.
No King's Court.
So that's
But we do get a farewell concert from
Elias. Yeah, so we heard
that he's going to get interfered.
Of course.
Like somebody's going to interrupt it.
That's his biggest complaint is that he always gets interrupted.
Right.
So
is it going to be the whole group comes down? The norms that come down with it? Or is it just going to be one guy that interrupts him and pins him?
I don't know. How much does R-Truth want it back?
They're all going to be down.
And then what's the little guy that keeps wanting it, that keeps trying to go after it so he can
205's general manager
consummate his marriage to his wife?
Right, because you won't let him consummate. His name's Drake Maverick.
Drake Maverick.
205 GM.
There, yeah. Drake.
Old Drake Maverick. Perfect name.
I guess for a little dude.
For porn star.
I guess is that what he is?
I don't know.
Is that what they do down there in the 205?
No.
Oh, okay, good. because I don't want to know what they do down there.
In 205. It's just good wrestling. They're all small guys that do a lot of fun moves.
Huh.
Well, that's where Buddy Murphy came from, and that's where Cedric Alexander came from. Mustafa Ali.
Oh, so basically the stuff that they say, don't try this at home.
Yeah, the flying.
Don't try this at home. Disclaimer. Yeah, so I don't know.
We're watching Monday.
Ooh, tonight only $15 tees on the WWEshop.com.
Yeah, that's not too
So
bad.
if anybody wants some
Moments ago,
t-shirts,
Jerry,
$15. So replaying what happened with the Fiend
Here's a
moments
replay.
ago
The
with
Fiend
Jerry
got
Lawler.
Lawler.
He tried to get away as fast as possible. He did get out of the ring pretty quick.
He went up with
I've seen this before. Veery lighting the weird sounds could only be the arrival of Fiend.
Oh no, where is he? I'm not going down there in the ring.
Bray Wyatt normally appears,
Kid,
but
turn
tonight the Fiend
around.
came up from behind. I'm Jerry Lawler on the stage. Put the mandible claw
Luke
on the
says,
king. Renee
did you
yet
hear that
another
Vince
Hall of
officially took
Famer
over
falling victim
NXT?
to the
I
Fiend.
haven't heard it yet, but I've been kind of looking forward to, not looking forward to it,
but looking that was probably what was going to happen.
If
We were
it's going-
just talking about it this weekend, actually, Luke, that Vince was probably going to start taking over NXT, and we're hoping that he doesn't, F it all up, because that seems to be what he likes to do, is go in and just screw everything up as much as possible, and then have to go back to what it was because it actually worked.
Yeah, because NXT's ran really well.
Well, we do know that they're going to start NXT on Wednesdays on live, and they're talking about, and they're going to actually said that they are probably going to bring out the schedule tonight. They're going to talk about it for a schedule
There's
on
supposed to be an
USA.
announcement tonight. That's from Dave Nelson.
Yeah,
2019.
Where's the king? They just moved his crown up there on the stage.
nice. That's probably a good thing.
Here comes Ricochet.
Which is weird. Is he doing anything? Is he
It'll
just
be a
going to talk
match.
and then we're going to have a match of some kind?
Sure, it'll be a match.
Okay. I wonder who he's going to be against then.
He'll probably get beat up by AJ and the crew.
Okay, everybody, does anybody know what his outfit is? I know he's a huge, comic book fan guy, so he always wears his little different outfits for whoever he's supposed to be. Looks like he's wearing the same pants as he has been wearing, so maybe it's the same one he has been for a while.
It's black and blue.
Yeah, so it's probably the same one he has been wearing, so that's alright. So that's the King of the Ring stuff.
Yeah. Anyways, I hope Vince doesn't screw up NXT.
I hope not either. You know, we did hear that one thing about the NXT of the Street Profits losing their tag team title. So they did lose their belts, but we're not on NXT right now. We're doing Smackdown. We're doing Monday Night Raw tonight. I am pulling a Travis.
So much
Awesome.
Hey, it's the Miz.
Must be a tag match? Maybe against Anderson Gallo?
Maybe.
The Miz!
But he is part of the King of the Ring.
Pretty impressive
Yeah, it's
team
a
of
tag team match.
Ricochet
Who will wrestle
and
next
The
week?
Miz.
They're splitting the first
These two
round.
gel
Right.
though.
And relive the biggest party of the summer and get in the ring with WWE Superstars to
Luke
experience
says if Vince is running NXT, whether it's Triple H is going to run Heyman and Bischoff. If they do that, that's stupid. Triple H is his own dude and everything, but I think they would just screw everything over if they had somebody over those guys. I mean, Triple H is from a different era too, but
Drew McIntyre.
I think this is about King of the Ring guys. I think this is bringing down all the King of the Ring guys right now.
Only superstar of the 16 this year that has competed in a King of the
He'll
Ring
be the Raw
tournament.
guy that's
Now, will the experience help McIntyre?
So I'm
So,
gonna put my money on McIntyre
They
early.
have-
If I gotta pick anybody to be King of the Ring, I'm going with that man right there.
Baron
He's got
Corbin. That's
every.
yeah, so we have,
Now we know.
right, Baron Corbin coming out.
Kansas City weighing in at 285 pounds.
I haven't seen Baron Corbin in a few weeks.
Right? Oh, yeah, we haven't. He hasn't had anybody to fight with, I guess.
I think people got really sick of him with the whole Seth Rollins stuff. They kind of put him away for a while.
This tag team matchup here tonight is that
Right.
He was Seth Rollins
Ricochet will actually take on McIntyre in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament next week, while
And he
The
just
Miz
never
will go
went anywhere
one-on-one
with it.
with Baron Corbin. So a feeling out process here tonight.
Yes, look, Triple H was the one who built NXT. that's why I just don't know if they would really have him be over Heyman and Bischoff and have him run those guys over Raw and SmackDown. It would just seem kind of weird if they did that. I don't know what
Vince is going to run all three.
Well, of course he is. He's an egotistical asswipe. I mean, granted, he's a great businessman, but he is a dickwad.
Look at Ricochet. I mentioned
it's his company, and he does not want to finish second to AEW on Wednesday. That is plain and simple.
Right.
So he's going to go on TV first on Wednesdays.
Right.
He's not going to wait till October 2nd. He's going to get on TV first, and then he's going to push it. He's going to bring main roster talent to NXT.
Oh.
So you're going to see Ricochet, Aleister Black, John Cena. You're going to see those guys on NXT wrestling.
Right. So I'm not sure exactly why they're having this match, but they're having The Miz and Ricochet kind of work together against Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre in King of the Ring. They're all going to be part of the King of the Ring.
Right, but they're going to have a match tonight, so they're just doing a tag team.
Right. And so I don't know. Maybe I just think it's weird that they're like, hey, let's throw you guys out here to have a match together.
They do not use any of their other talent anymore.
It's stupid. I want to see all these other guys that are chasing the 24/7 belt. I mean, come on, seriously.
Why couldn't EC3 be wrestling right now? I say it every week. Why can't we see guys wrestle?
But it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not like they're going after championships. They're not part of the... Oh, we brought back King of the Ring and we're doing all this promotional stuff for it. It's like publicity stunts at this point. I get the PR, but Jesus.
The 16 guys they put in King of the Ring are the same 16 guys we see every week.
True.
There's nobody new.
True. That's true.
We've seen Dolph Ziggler for a few weeks now.
He is not in King of the Ring.
Who said he was?
You said
I'm starting to name everybody. We see Braun Strowman every week. We see Seth Rollins every week.
Well, we didn't really see Braun Strowman do anything because he was hurt for a while. We just saw him kind of in the back being like very like...
The point is it's the same... It's the same 15 dudes on Raw and the same 15
Maybe
dudes on SmackDown.
that's the only ones they like.
It doesn't matter. Why can't they use the other guys? They have them under contract. Just use them. Just throw a match. Just like this match. It's pointless. There's no point to this, right? Why can't they have a pointless match with different people in it?
I don't know.
You don't want to be...
Well, I don't know.
It just makes no sense.
I'm not Vince. I have no idea what his stupidity comes about.
Well, I just don't understand why they're not using some of their other guys. Why can't Bobby Roode wrestle EC3?
Why not?
Right now. Why can't that be the match that we're watching?
Because you have somebody who likes to run everything behind the scenes. And he doesn't want those people out there. They're not the face of WWE.
Like last week they did No Way Jose against Bobby Roode.
Kinda.
Yeah, he beat him fair and square.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a... It was like a...
It's just a
match. I don't even know what it was.
A match. Just a normal match. That's what I'm asking for. Why can't we have lots of those? Fill it in with those instead of talking and the same matches that we see every week.
Why don't you write to them and tell them?
Because everybody tells them the same thing.
You should write to them and
They
articulate
said everybody's going to get what they want, and then they don't give us what we... Well, I don't know if other people want to see other guys wrestle. But.
I just want to see Roman out there. I just want to see Roman Reigns. I'm such a big
There's
fan.
nothing wrong with Roman Reigns, but why can't Roman Reigns wrestle other people? Right now, they actually don't even have a real feud with him yet. I mean, that's what they're building. That's the storyline that's coming. But Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon, same thing. It's been going on for a month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing. It's time to move on.
Yeah. Luke had some information about Baron Corbin because you said you hadn't seen him for a while. He said that Baron Corbin has had a health issue. He lives in Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, wow.
And they did an interview out here with him. He didn't say what it was, but he said he needed time off.
Oh, well, I hope he's okay.
Maybe he just had some
He's back in the ring
he
and he's
needed to
kicking
work
his
out.
name. He was a big 300-pounder for a long time in his life, so...
I agree with what Renee
Could have
said earlier
been
tonight. I think
some
Corbin's
health
partner,
stuff. Could have been mental health
will be
stuff.
crowned this
Who
year's
knows?
king
None of our business, really.
There's no doubt in this tag team match, guys. One of these two teams will build a little bit of momentum.
They have a right to have their own personal lives without all this weirdos being all up in their business.
Looks like he has some new tattoos.
Maybe that's what he had to do. Maybe he had to let him get killed before he could come back.
He's like, I'm really sick. I gotta go get a tattoo.
Look at this.
Ooh, Drew McIntyre's throwing the Miz around, which isn't surprising.
And the Miz able to kick out.
But the Miz can hold his own sometimes.
With Drew McIntyre and what he can accomplish. He's a hybrid athlete. He's strong. He's quick.
Is this
he's
match
incredible in the ring.
I don't know. Because it's two kind of smaller dudes. Not the same, but you know, Ricochet's small, but he is kind of small.
Previously. He is a
So you have the Miz and Ricochet together, and they're kind of smaller guys. And then you have big Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin, who's a bully, and they're just as big. And it's hilarious because they're like complete opposites. Like one of them has tattoos, the other one doesn't. One of them has really long flowing locks of hair, and guess what? The other one doesn't have any hair. But you know what their favorite color is? Can anybody guess what their favorite color probably is right now?
Actually, everybody in the ring has black on.
Hey, the Miz has sparkly black on.
Look at Baron Corbin. What an athlete Corbin is. Are you trying to do that, Renee? And Corbin also made a tag to McIntyre off the spine buster. McIntyre into the cover, another near fall.
I'm not gonna piss
this match. Great heart
pin the
tonight.
Miz like that.
You're not gonna piss him.
You're not gonna piss.
You're not gonna piss him.
Miz away.
You're not gonna piss the Miz.
Don't piss the man.
Lynn says that Baron has a girlfriend out here and accept her with a possible baby boxer. Maybe that's also why he
look at Ricochet. Can't wait to get in this match. Ricochet is fired up on the outside, but still, the Miz
for Arizona.
So does that mean if he has a girlfriend out there, does that mean he has a girlfriend over other places too? I'm kidding, Luke. I'm just teasing. It just sounded funny the way it was worded.
What an insecurity.
Yeah, Ricochet is like, I'm gonna clean some house. I'm gonna mop you all on the floor.
Man, it's balance. It is incredible.
You can tell Paul Heyman's been running Raw a little bit.
Yeah,
it's changed quite a bit in the last month.
Yeah, there is some differences that I've noticed since we watched it.
Corbin, and there's that athleticism you were talking about, Cole. But again, look at Ricochet.
Yeah, you ...
They said that Paul Heyman's going to start.
How dare I?
Paul Heyman's going to start pushing Cedric Alexander.
Oh, well, why? Because Jerry the King Lawler said something about him?
No, that might just be part of Paul Heyman tells him what to say, right?
Is that how it happens? I'm going to tell you and you're going to say yes.
Boom! Ricochet off the top. Baron Corbin's down.
He looks really happy. Wow. Is that his, like, one of his moves?
That gainer?
That gainer, is that what that's called? He flips.
Well, I call it a gainer. I don't know what they call it.
I don't think they have
do a
anything for it. Ooh. Kick to the face to the Miz. Jesus, that Drew McIntyre's ginormous.
Well, to those guys.
I mean, he's huge. What is he, like 7'2" and weighs 480 pounds?
King of the ring.
Okay, to those guys, he looks like that. Maybe he's really not that tall or
or
that big.
Oh, got him. It is.
Oh, wow. Good job, man. Oh.
Baron Corbin's going to be the one that gets pinned.
Corbin, nobody there.
Well, Drew's out for at least a minute.
Well, yeah, and the Miz is too. He got kind of thrown around. Oh, he got out of it.
How does Ricochet do this?
He flips.
That's it. Into Davis. Oh, deep six.
A deep six.
1, 2.
Oh,
no, Ricochet kicked
no.
out.
Ricochet kicked out of it.
Ricochet is in some trouble.
He also looks frustrated. And again, he's going through what many superstars.
We got a little stop in the action here.
Well, they have to catch their breath.
He's got tattoos under each ear. I didn't notice before.
Corbin sucks. Corbin sucks. I don't think they like him there. Is it because they're beating up Ricochet and they like him? Or is it because they just don't like him?
They're in Minnesota.
Only 2 superstars standing.
They're in Minnesota.
And there comes Ricochet.
They like to boo him in
Ricochet. Second, third, fourth wins.
Yeah, they like to boo him.
And tremendous stamina and resilience by Ricochet.
Dakota, Minnesota.
Corbin now. Oh, the Miz.
Oh, the Miz got him.
Ricochet.
Oh, is he gonna get him?
With the recoil.
Is it gonna be Baron Corbin?
Oh, he did.
Oh, he did. Ricochet pinned Baron Corbin. You called who was gonna get pinned though. You did call it. You said it was gonna be Baron Corbin that got pinned.
They're not pinned.
Of course not. He's broken outside the ring. So they're like, yeah, we did it, man. And Miz is like, I'm gonna hurt it.
Coming up,
Up next is United States Championship with the big man Braun Strowman and then AJ Styles with his flowing locks of pretty hair.
I thought that would be the main event tonight.
No main event for you. No.
What do you mean for me?
No main event.
What's the main event gonna be?
I don't know. What do you think it's going to be? I think they're going to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
That doesn't make any sense.
Why not? Why can't that be a main event? Who can make the best peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Or what's that other one?
I don't think Rachel Ray makes peanut butter and jelly.
Julia
Julia Childs, I'll just put a little bit of sherry in it.
Alright. But anyways, I don't think it'll be the King of the Ring stuff. You would think for a main event, so there's maybe something will happen here. Maybe this will turn into a 6-man tag.
Maybe, I guess, possibly.
So that's my guess is that Braun Strowman's going to get beat by all 3 members. And then, well, Ricochet just wrestled, though.
Well, that's never stopped him before.
He's going to wrestle twice.
I don't know, they do it. I mean, after all, you're the one that said all you do is see these guys, so...
But in the same night.
We've seen it.
I'm not saying it can't happen, I'm just saying
it has.
Wouldn't make a lot of sense.
Well, you know, some of the shit they do in here doesn't make a lot of sense. Like what they just did didn't make a lot of sense.
I don't know what the main event's going to be.
I don't know. Hey, but Luke said some other stuff. Oh. He's saying WWE appears to be pushing the smaller wrestlers. And you know what, Luke? Yes. They have been doing that for quite a while, though. That's not something new.
Yeah, Finn Balor's been pushed
year.
For a while.
I mean, they've been pushing the smaller guys for maybe the last, I would say, year. I've seen smaller guys come more into play. I mean, yes, they put bigger guys in there, too. But I've seen more of the high-flying, smaller guys that they've brought in from the lower NXT and stuff like that.
Right.
And he said the high flyers because AEW has been signing a ton of them. So it looks like AEW wants more New Age wrestling. Yeah, they probably do. I think they would be better off if they did a mix like they do here in WWE, where they have the, you know, the old school style and they have the high flying, crazy, you know, luchador garbage that they're flying off of all of the, you know, poles and, you know, and flying through the air like the
I like Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar, and I like the big guys still.
If they can keep up with it, yes. I think if they're, like most of those guys can
Roman Reigns
actively, you know, stay going the whole time. You know, they have little breaks, but they're not like, you know how sometimes you watch those and they do like the 5-move thing or whatever, and then they take like a 5-minute break, you know, out there. They're like, let's go walk around the water cooler and have a drink and take a nap.
Yeah. I can't handle the wrestling that does 10 moves and they stop and the crowd cheers and then they start again. That's what was so hard for me to watch Impact Wrestling back in the day when it first started, is that it was all about
clapping.
And then they would wrestle again for a second, and then that really bugs me.
Yeah.
Like, just keep it going. I don't want to see the breaks, and I don't want to see the clapping. I mean, I want to see the crowd into it.
Right.
I just don't want them to stop so they can get approval from the crowd with their cheering. But yeah, the little guys have been there for a while. AJ Styles been there for a couple years. Finn Balor was the first Universal Champion.
Ooh,
there's the boss.
Sasha.
She's all glittery.
Sasha sashaying. Ooh, she's getting ready for her interview. Yeah, like you called it. Her interview's gonna happen. She's like, I got my blue hair, and she's got a blue crystal.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time. He is a Hall of Famer, Booker T.
Oh, hey, Booker T's coming out. Yay!
from his home in Houston. Look, all kidding aside, and before we get into the King of the Ring, I would like to talk to you about the fact that it doesn't pay to be a Hall of Famer on Monday Night Raw right now. First Mick Foley, then Kurt Angle, and now tonight, Jerry the King Lawler falling victim to the Fiend. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Bray Wyatt, he is a fiend right now. I mean, but more like a rabid dog. I mean, with a rabid dog, you can do two things, Cole. You could either put him down, or like Bray Wyatt says, you could just run. I think that was just being in the wrong place at the wrong time for Jerry Lawler.
Or he just let him in.
Let's talk about the King of the Ring tournament. You know, back in 2006, you won the King of the Ring tournament, and in my mind, became the most entertaining king in history. King Booker with a Queen Charmel. But what did winning the King of the Ring tournament mean for your career?
I think of names like Handsome Harley Race, King Handsome Harley Race, God rest his soul. I think of King Savage. And that winning the King of the Ring, it definitely puts a stamp on your career. It puts that exclamation point on your career, and for me, it catapulted me to new heights.
So, Book, I'm going to put you on the spot now. Who wins the 2019 King of the Ring tournament?
Man, it's a hard choice. You got a lot of great superstars that's going to be in the tournament, but if I had to choose one, it would be King Drew. At the end of the day, King Drew.
Booker T agrees.
Thank you, Booker.
Drew McIntyre.
Oh,
is our stream skipping again? Sorry.
Hall of Famer Booker T. McIntyre, much like you and I know that.
Always like Booker T.
The first two King of the Ring matches still to come, but right now it's over.
I don't know. It looks like it's fine on my No, he just thought it's skipping again. So, he said that about the high flyers and stuff, that WWE is protecting their high flyers by pushing them. And that Vince's announcement or something involving Sasha will get the main event spot. Yeah. So, I can see that.
And Strowman has been focused all week on one thing, that is becoming champion.
Yeah, she's got a broken wing. And she beat the poop out of her wing, so maybe it's broken now. Like, she's gonna have like lots of MRIs and,
Monday Night Raw, because in last week's main event, it was champion versus champion, Universal Champion Seth Rollins, United States Champion AJ Styles, and the OC had the numbers advantage. And let's not forget that Seth Rollins was all beat up after that last Monday with Brock Lesnar the night before at SummerSlam. He had some help. Braun Strowman would say, big mistake.
Yeah, where's he? Isn't he like a champion? Your guys are like, the champion should always be out there. He should always make an appearance with his little belt. I'm the champion.
Even the odds, and take a look at the
Where's that? Isn't Seth supposed to be out there? Yeah, Lucas been kind of doing that a little bit. We kind of forgot to reset our router earlier, so that might be it. But it kind of comes in and out, like works really good for a while, and then it like has some issues.
The Braun Strowman, big opportunity here tonight.
Yeah, Braun.
Can you
This is a perfect opportunity.
Hopefully we can get it all
Braun Strowman,
Here comes AJ. Monday Night Raw.
AJ could be up the front.
Yeah.
1919.
Yeah, it's August 19th, 2019, Monday Night Raw.
Live.
Yes. Now we're seeing some AJ Styles against Braun Strowman. It's funny though, because he like does his little matches and his hair never gets messed up. He's like perfect the whole time.
And that includes the United States champion AJ Styles. But speaking of last week,
all the belts.
Just 1 week ago, it was AJ
Oh, it's his. He's gonna take it from him. Braun's gonna take it. He says it's his.
Well, here we go.
Braun Strowman wants to get in the OC business, huh?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He wanted to get my attention. Well, let me get your attention.
I don't think he wants to get into your business.
I'm going to put my United States Championship on the line next week against you, Braun Strowman.
Ooh.
Do I have your attention now?
Do you?
Next week, Raw, you're mine.
Yeah.
Champion champion, guys. But was he in the right mindset last week?
I think that AJ might be biting off more than he can chew. We even heard Braun Strowman. Does you have strength in numbers if I'm bigger than all three of you? Consider your challenge accepted in your reign as you United States champion.
Because that's what always works. The biggest guy in the ring is the winner all the time. Not how it never goes out.
Watching his back, make Styles.
And you know, the thing of it is like the OC dudes are going to be out there, and they're probably never going to go away. They're going to stay there, and they're going to interfere. That's what they have to do.
You're talking about big men. You've got Big Luke Gallows out there on the side. This nasty street from the
said that there are reports that WWE might actually begin to
stay away from Braun Strowman
next year.
Not get in his face, not try to play the power game.
I know Rosemary's contract ends this year.
AJ Styles just slapped Braun right in the face.
But I was watching a little bit of that WoW, that Women of Wrestling this year, and their main female just got signed to NXT. On a developmental contract. I can't remember what her name is, but she's very attractive. She's like a brunette Charlotte Flair.
So she's shaped like a dude but has big boobs. Oh, they're making Braun run, and we know how bad his knees are, people. She's tall.
She's tall like Charlotte. She's curvy.
Styles continuing to stay on top of Braun in this matchup. You know, the OC
so
wants to be
AJ Styles thinks he has upper hand, but he don't. He doesn't have the upper hand. Oh, he got upset.
Kicked him in the knee.
Ouch. Oh, kicking him right in the quad muscle. Ouch.
AJ Styles.
Oh, wow. He just pulled a dirty dancing move.
Very unique backdrop.
That was awesome.
And there comes Now Anderson.
Braun just had AJ Styles pull the whole dirty dancing scene. She ran. He's like, woo,
Styles able to get the foot up. A little bit of separation for Styles. This is what AJ Styles
like Braun because he's a big dude.
Veteran bringing the fight here tonight.
Yeah, he just have to be careful with his knees. I guess they're going to keep him that way.
That one. She slapped him right in the chest.
Bear paw by Strowman.
A bear paw?
Here it is.
Closing in on the United States
finisher.
There's a dude that's
told you they're going to interfere.
Well, I already knew they were going to interfere.
Disqualification.
This is brutal.
So does that mean he doesn't lose his belt, right?
He can't lose the title on disqualification.
That's true.
Or a
Against a
countdown.
man, the monster among men and
So who's going to come out and quote-unquote save him from these Anderson and
The assault here on Strowman.
Right to the ring
The
post.
last time you've seen the monster in this state.
No.
The OC trying to pick up where they started last week. This time,
Is that a
getting the
roundhouse?
better of Strowman. And a
Into
So
the
is Seth going to come out and like save him because he came out and saved Seth the last time? So this is how Seth's going to come into play tonight?
Not quitting.
Because he has to make an appearance, right?
No.
According to you guys.
I don't say I. There it comes.
Told you. Can't keep his nose out of anything.
Here comes Seth.
Yeah. Here comes Seth, the champion. He's going to beat up the
Even the odds out here.
The OC gets beat up a lot.
back on the OC from last week. Now Rollins out here to return.
He's like, I got my head up backwards. I fell
Who came to his aid last week on Raw.
Big man
Yeah.
Rollins cleaning house.
He's like, come back
Does he
here.
have tights on?
No. Those are called stretchy skinny jeans. So those would be called J jeans. They're jean leggings. Ew.
So they're leggings still, but they're just made out of
Jeans. And they're skinny.
Here it is.
Burn it down. Burn it down. Hey, big head. Oh, how sweet. Now is he gonna smack him? I mean, come on.
He's not gonna let go.
Well, you already said say it. They kind of are even, Renee.
Oh. And he liked him. Yeah, alright. I think Seth was worried for a second that he was gonna
Not let
let go. Throw him across the ring. He's like looking at him still like, how am I supposed to take you?
He's
I'm
a
not
big
sure.
dude. And he's just ripped right now, too.
Yeah, Braun does look really good. He does look good.
It's the best I've ever seen him look.
Yeah. Come on, let's go. Oh.
Samoa Joe.
Not only
Angry
about
face.
championship,
So Sasha's gonna just sit in the back in a chair and not do her interview.
King of the Ring tournament.
She was set up
And
to do an
Samoa
interview.
Joe's
So
making
she's
his
sitting
way
in
to
a
the
chair
ring
not
as
doing
the
an
tournament
interview.
But
starts.
they're stuck to do an interview there. So King of the Ring stuff is next, it sounds like.
So when you get called in to do an interview, you just sit in a chair for an hour?
Maybe they have to make sure that Jerry's okay, you know? Maybe he's going to do the interview, but they have to check him out. You know, he has had the heart attack. He does have poor health.
They're not going to have Jerry do it.
Well, of course not. They can't,
I'm just
right?
saying that she's supposedly just sitting in a chair. In the
Yeah,
back.
so she'll probably be attacked by Becky. I don't know.
Will they have that tonight?
No. I don't know. I don't really...
Depends on what Banks does.
Mm.
And if Banks, I like that. That's just going to be.
Yeah.
It's so hard to say anymore what they do.
Me neither. I don't know.
Is there anything going on?
Back to the new people that he had mentioned.
Yeah.
Both are already having issues with their respective companies and their new contracts. Getting Allie and Rosemary would be game-changing for the WWE Ladies division. Rosemary signed a new contract, but she is already fighting it, and same as Allie.
Right. Yeah, Rosemary is, she's dark, ominous. She looks like a skeleton, like she does her makeup like a skeleton. She's a little darker. I'm not darker as a skin color, but just darker as a ominous.
That's what Luke says in here. He says, and they literally brought back female wrestling and Impact Wrestling with their crazy, dark, and different storylines.
Yeah.
So kind of like, kind of pulling a Bray Wyatt kind of thing,
And
like that kind of darkness.
Allie's the pretty blonde girl, right?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't
I'm
know
asking
them,
people.
so ask them.
That's why I asked the camera, and then you answered by saying you didn't.
Well, I don't know. I can answer by saying I don't
I'm pretty sure she's a pretty blonde girl that's with TNA or Impact or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And Allie. She's
Allie and Rosemary.
together.
Yeah.
What's your name, Rosemary?
Allie's the one that you said's a blonde and pretty. And then Rosemary's the one that looks like Charlotte but a brunette.
No, not even close to
Oh.
Charlotte.
Oh, is
She's
it a
the
different
dark,
one?
ominous looking girl. The
Huh.
one from WoW is the one I'm saying that they already signed.
Oh, okay.
WWF already signed her.
Oh, okay.
Already signed her. I can't think of her name, but anyway, she's from WoW, and she was their champion. She ended up losing it to Tessa Blanchard at the end of the season, at like episode 8 or whatever it was. But she was their inaugural champion.
Okay.
And she had it the whole series until she lost it at the end. But she's very attractive. She's very pretty, and she's a brunette. And basically, you'd consider her like the brunette Charlotte Flair.
All
That's what
right.
I'm saying with that. But I can't think of her name. I'm not prepared for the ladies division, women's division.
Nobody seems to be ready for it.
But anyways, like I said, she just got signed like within the last 2 weeks.
Oh.
So you probably won't see her on TV for a minute. But it depends on how fast she goes through the developmental part of the NXT. But she could be on TV as soon as a month and a half.
Okay.
And that will be exciting for everybody because she has a lot of built-in fans
Your
already.
Pride will reveal who's responsible for the attacks on Roman Reigns. And
So this is tomorrow night now?
Yeah, this is tomorrow. I told you that match is happening.
And the search for a king continues when Apollo Crews battles Andrade and Kevin Owens collides with Elias in the King of the Ring tournament. It's another must-see
And Elias isn't going to be champion
Smackdown Live tomorrow night, 8/7 Central, only on
For the
USA.
24/7 stuff?
Yeah, there's no way. That's why he's doing the farewell concert tonight, right?
Right? I mean, yeah, I could see that.
Hey. Look, man, we've had each other's backs the past 2 weeks, but I'm not stupid. I see where this is going, all right? I saw the way you looked at my Universal title last week.
Yeah, he won.
If I'm being real with you, if it was up to me, you'd be my next challenger.
Is that right?
It is right, man. I got a lot of respect for you, but look, we'll get to that. What we got to do is settle the score with the OC. So I'm going to go try to make it official, but what I'm thinking is Gallows and Anderson versus Strowman and Rollins for the Raw Tag Team titles tonight. You win?
That's your main event. I figured it was going there. I just thought it would be a 3.
Man, a few words. I like that. I'll let you know.
So now we got a tag team title match later on for the main event. Anderson and Gallo against Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, same wrestler.
You know, because they aren't going to have him wrestle twice.
Here comes Samoa Joe. Everybody likes him.
It's because of his face that's so angry all the time.
We're set to begin the King of the Ring tournament. Nearly a dozen Hall of Famers have been crowned king in the past, and for Samoa Joe, he is ready to destroy the field.
I mean, it's big.
This is where I come out and I make grandiose promises about what I'm going to do in King of the Ring.
Yeah.
But here's what you don't understand. The truth does not require promises. The truth is what's standing before you.
No
King
promises.
has spoken.
The king has spoken.
I for one think
Nobody
that Samoa
believes
Joe would be one heck of a king of the ring. Are you changing?
He would be a great king of the ring.
McIntyre, but Joe wins tonight.
He's a big guy, or is it because he can wrestle?
It's
It's Cesaro! I like Cesaro. I wish they wouldn't put him in stupid shit all the time.
He should have been
so
champion.
Dumb. He was so awesome, and then they just made him kind of dumb.
Stop pushing it.
What happened to what's his face? His buddy.
Now this man could be
Yeah, what happened to
king.
Sheamus?
He's already king of the
He gets
ring.
hurt a lot.
Let's make him king of the ring.
He
What was
certainly
that?
could be in Cesaro
Pale
looking
white
over
skin. I can
at the
imagine.
crown. Would love to call himself king of the ring, because for Cesaro, he is ready for this opportunity tonight, and one that he knows is
Cesaro
an
gets hurt,
opportunity of a
Jeez,
lifetime.
what had happened? He like hurt his shoulder or whatever it was that one time.
King
And
of
then
the
had
Ring
his
has always
front
been my
teeth knocked
favorite event in
out.
WWE.
Knocked in.
Because it plays
Knocked
exactly
in.
to my
He went up
strengths.
in.
So,
Made
sorry
the call
Samoa
out.
Joe, but
Oh,
tonight
so
I'm going
now
to
we
take
know
the
why
first
he
step
wears
on winning this
Bing all the
year's
time.
tournament.
He has
And
braces.
King of Swing,
I was wondering why he always
you know,
wore
the king
a mouth
of
guard
the ring.
lately. So he's wearing a mouth guard
Well,
mostly because he has
Cesaro is king of the
braces.
ring.
Nobody
Fix it
knew.
all.
16
He has
superstars are in the
braces.
King of the Ring tournament. 8 from Raw, 8 from
So
SmackDown.
Luke said
There you
that
see
they
the
even
bracket
had a
as this.
YouTube web show.
Samoa
I'm
Joe
guessing
Cesaro, the
Ali and
first
Rosemary.
matchup of the night.
Impact Wrestling wrote Ali off TV by having her get murdered to save Rosemary.
You go home, and one of these men will
Murder
advance
was the
the
case that they gave him.
That sounds really dumb.
I've had the opportunity in my career
It's
to
happened.
call a number of
That's
these
just,
King of the Ring tournaments.
they're like, hey, you know what? We're gonna, a soap opera reality TV show happened.
Wow. Cesaro just charged him and
Charged Samoa Joe
with a
immediately.
European uppercut, just knocked him right off his feet.
Oh, yeah. He took him by surprise. Oh, is he gonna do it? Oh, I mean, Samoa Joe's a big guy. But Cesaro is very, very strong. So,
Cesaro will have no
that early
problem
storm for a
muscle-wise.
moment, but guys, this is going to be one of the hardest hitting matchups.
He does look soft.
a little, oh, ouch.
By Samoa Joe
Dang.
to Cesaro.
He doesn't look as big as he
Take a look
normally
at this
does.
one more time. Cesaro's coming right out the gates, going right
Right
at
out
Joe.
the
And this shows you how tough Samoa Joe is to be able to respond after that
He
impact.
missed him. Oh, jumping. What the heck is that? Some kind of
A
twisty
European
tornado?
uppercut.
Is a twisty tornado?
Kick out at one, and Cole, you brought up a great
Windmill.
point. It's one and done.
Tornado
There is no
uppercut.
tomorrow if you lose. No, not at all. And
There is no tomorrow if you lose.
What's
Cesaro gonna do this?
Is he gonna try to fling him around? Oh!
Swing.
Samoa Joe's like,
They'll probably have these guys
By Joe.
wrestling each other next week.
And
Oh.
today, the man
Just
who
like
once
they
won the
did
King
with
of the Ring
the
tournament, he talked
leftover.
a lot about how
Oh.
this
So I was
tournament
like,
can
I'm
change
getting
your
out of the way.
entire
Yes.
career. It can change the path that your career
Sorry,
is
I'm
on. Once
very,
you're in King of the
very
Ring,
involved in
everything
matches
is in
going
your
on.
future.
Oh, ouch!
Samoa Joe is in control.
You know,
He's
Cesaro
Cesaro got
into the
knocked
crowd.
into the crowd, over the barricade,
People
and
are taking-
people are like, oh my
they're
god,
taking
what is that?
Getting good
Weirdos.
pictures of Cesaro laying on the floor.
Bunch of dorks.
That's funny. But yeah, I'm sure next week they'll do this, the losers of these matches versus the winners of these matches or something. Because they just have to keep using the same guys every week. So we'll have that tag team match next week too. But,
oh, goody, goody gumdrops.
Next week it'll be the people that lost against people that won, or something along those lines.
That's going to be exciting.
They always do
Everybody
fun writing. I wonder if Vince just tells, hey, Paul, you can only use these 12 guys. Use them well.
How can I use these guys?
Well, can I use the 24/7 thing? Go ahead.
Make it turn out.
But make sure that this guy, 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 and this guy don't win it. Oh, so
right,
I can only have Drake Maverick and R-Truth win it?
Because we want to see them.
And Elias every once in a while.
Nobody wants to see those guys. Yeah.
And if a veteran comes in, or not a veteran, but a Hall of Famer, they come in, then you can go ahead and have them win it.
Right.
Make sure they lose it before they leave.
Right, but make sure that it's very unique in how they win it too.
Like Ted DiBiase buying it.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes.
Because everybody's got a price for the $1
Everybody's got a
million man.
price for that 24/7 ugly ass thing.
Oh, you don't like that?
No, I think it's hideous.
The belt.
The belt is so ugly.
I actually don't mind the actual match.
No, the matches are fun.
I mean, they're fun.
I liked it with R-Truth and
chasing
Carmella.
around.
Those were hilarious. Oh my god, their antics are so funny.
Right. They gotta get that back into it.
Yeah. Let's see. Luke says it was actually the end of a 1-year storyline that was started because the Hardy brothers are friends with Rosemary and Ellie and gave them story ideas.
Huh.
Well, that sounds great for them.
From the North Carolina ranch.
They're like, you know what? I have a great idea. One of you should die. Now you fight amongst yourselves who it's going to be. Who's going to be murdered? Who was the murderer?
So when they bring her back, it'll be a big surprise. Will she rise from the dead? That'd be kind of fun.
So is Rosemary the one that does the skeleton stuff?
Yeah, she's the darker one.
Maybe she'll do some voodoo on her and bring her back, and she'll just be a zombie.
If they stay
like
there.
Weekend at Bernie's zombie.
It's not a zombie.
Come on, he kind of is. He's dead. He is dead in that
Yeah, but
movie.
he's not alive
And
yet.
he's dead, and then you play music, and then he's alive.
Because they move him.
No. He dances around all by himself.
There's nothing by himself.
Yeah, he do.
He didn't even water ski by himself.
Yes. Yes, he does.
Ba-ding. Ba-ding.
So he wears the mouthpiece now.
Yeah.
He has actual braces on.
Yeah, he had
like
braces
literally,
on
he
his
had
feet.
braces on in his earlier interview. We're back. This is the first round of the King of the Ring. We are with Cesaro and Samoa Joe
On Monday Night Raw.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, these two are as tough as they
Monday
come.
Night Raw.
Because you're watching Monday Night Raw.
And Samoa Joe has been able to shut down Cesaro.
See, this is the kind of wrestling that I like.
Any momentum.
That's why Cesaro wanted to get started so quick out the gate. This killer
Strong
inside
guys
Samoa
beat the shit out
Joe.
of each
And this is what happened.
I'm going to get you.
I like to see clotheslines that knock people completely off their feet.
You saw
Maybe
the
some black
throne,
backflips.
the robe, the scepter, the crown, the
Like
symbols
when,
of what it means to become king of the ring.
Ray got
You win this
Finn Balor.
tournament, it will send your
And he hit him
career
that clothesline.
skyrocketing for the most part.
360
There's been
almost.
such a buzz around the locker room backstage ever since the announcement of King of the Ring returning. Every superstar knows
Oh, yes, it's very
giant
buzzy.
Another
I
European
hope you never
uppercut.
forget, Austin 316 was launched at the King of the Ring tournament.
Bret Hart is King of the
That
Ring.
is
The first ever King of the Ring, the Hall of Famer, Don the Rock Morocco.
Who's that?
The question is,
Don
who will
Morocco.
emerge
Just a big old
2019
muscle dude.
King of the Ring? Which of these two superstars will advance as Samoa?
Oh, we missed him. Cesaro moved out of the way.
Went for a Swanton bomb and
Indeed it is.
Yep.
If he can capitalize here, trying to climb back
crowd's
into
kinda
this
dead
match
in
against
this one.
Samoa Joe. The physical
If you
match
notice.
has taken
Very
such a
quiet.
toll on
Maybe
both
they
of
don't
these
like him.
competitors. Cesaro said King of the Ring,
Maybe they're
one of
like
his favorite tournaments. And
big
it
European
represents
uppercut from
exactly what he
Cesaro.
is.
Ooh,
which
another
is
one.
excellent.
And another.
And look at
And
Cesaro.
left and right. European uppercut.
Look at Cesaro go.
And Cesaro's not letting this
Maybe
opportunity
they're not
pass him
into it
up.
because, like, I mean, Samoa Joe's kind of a heel, you know, because it's like, hey, Alex,
off the boot.
You're stupid.
I'll never forget.
But Cesaro isn't really kind of one or the
We're going to
other.
hear a little bit more about it at the end of this matchup.
Is he a good guy?
As we take another look here at the physical
I
kick.
think people just think that neither of these two have a chance. So
we are going to have a tag team title match here tonight.
But, you know, any match can turn into a good match.
Yeah.
Ooh. For the Raw
Is he going to get him?
Yeah.
Oh, he couldn't get him.
He's in a choke.
Oh.
His feet.
Is he in the back and get him?
He dropped him that first time, got back up and did
It's
it.
like Cesaro saying, I couldn't do it the first time. Now I'm ticked off.
Now I'm mad. I'm so mad.
I got you.
I have
To the
adrenaline.
second round.
Mad
Another
adrenaline.
kick out by Samoa Joe, but it just, again, how hard hitting this matchup has been. It's only the first matchup of the King of the Ring tournament.
Look at Cesaro as one of the
Big ol'
most
Cesaro.
finely tuned athletes in all
This
of
is
WWE.
getting
You
a
can see the toll that
little
Joe's
bit more
starting to take
exciting,
on
but
him.
it's like
Most
power
of,
move,
most
stop.
of these
Power
men
move,
in this
stop.
tournament, all of them, in fact,
Put together a few moves in a row, guys.
tournament of this magnitude will need. You have to win 4 matches.
He's
in order to be
running.
crowned king of the
Oh,
ring.
Cesaro came after him, uppercutted him, and now he's falling out of the ring.
Toughest competition in the world.
He needs
And now
it.
Samoa
He
Joe
needs a
taken
break.
off his feet by Cesaro.
Cesaro's like, I'm gonna come
You can
get
see the wheels
you.
spinning for Cesaro.
I'm coming
What's he
around.
got?
Pick up speed.
Boom.
European uppercut in on the outside.
He's like, get back in that
And
ring.
Cesaro getting Joe back into the ring.
Could be.
So if it's a double count out, does the winner of the next round just get a bye?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question, right?
And now
But when
measuring
they,
crossbody.
Crossbody.
got him. Crossbody. Off the top ropes from
Samoa
the
Joe
corner.
keeps his King of the Ring hopes alive.
Samoa Joe's holding his
Yeah.
head. This is
Taking her away,
terrifying.
guys.
These superstars here. And you take a look at the King of the Ring tournament. I mean, it must be hard not to get caught up in the bracket, looking towards the future. You got to stay
Yeah,
mentally tough.
I can't get caught up in the bracket. No getting caught up in.
Cesaro stunned. Can Joe capitalize?
There he goes.
Senton connects.
And
Joe into the cover. Hooks the inside leg and Cesaro again.
Cesaro kicks
able
out.
to kick out.
Kick out. Ooh, replay.
Take a look at this one more time.
Luke's telling me who the murderer was. The murderer was Su Young, who was a Japanese champion that Impact signed.
I know rest for the weary because the winner of
Those
this
Japanese,
match will
not
actually,
surprising
the next
they would
round,
kill
take on the winner of
somebody.
Next week's Ricochet Drew McIntyre match. Can you imagine one of these two men against McIntyre, a physical
How is that
battle? Will Ricochet be able to do in the ring against one of these two?
That they brought her in as an assassin and
They've
killed
done in the ring
someone?
together.
Oh,
murder.
Another upcut by Cesaro. As Cesaro continuing to go right at the chest.
Is he a Japanese sir?
Kelly swing.
Oh my gosh, he has caught him up and using him in this ring. Wow, he got him around a couple times.
He didn't do it very often, much.
No, but he did get him.
Got him in it.
What is he want? What is that?
There's nowhere for Joe to go. And look at
Smart move. Great
Be like a
ring awareness from
Oh,
Cesaro.
Crossface. Shift the momentum by Joe. Shoulders down, another kick out. Better move right there by Samoa Joe.
Uppercut. Oh
And now,
no, Cesaro's like, yay! I landed on my feet.
Come on.
And
And bouncing and throwing. Oh,
It's over.
got him.
He's got him in the Kikina
He's
clutch.
got him in the Kikina clutch. He tapped out. Cesaro's done.
Cesaro's done.
Samoa Joe won. So he won his first round of King of the Ring.
So Samoa Joe is going to advance.
Yes, so you should go print out your little bracket thing and keep track of all of them. Maybe we should do that. You need to print out a bracket. Yeah. Yes, Luke, he did have to have surgery on those front teeth that got knocked in, out, whatever. So I'm sure that they had to do some correction after that. So the braces make sense for that, yes. But I would imagine even when he gets the braces off, he's probably going to be wearing that mouthpiece all the time now. Because even though he probably got surgery to put posts in there for his front teeth and have them in there, it just, he would want to protect it. So, the boss breaks her silence tonight. She's just in the back waiting to say what she wants to say.
Break her silence tonight.
Thanks to the wild card rule, the Smackdown Tag Team Champs are here. The New Day's in the house.
Oh, so on
New
tonight,
Day and the Revival
on
tonight.
tonight, we didn't hear about that one. That one's new, everybody. New.
New Day?
New Day and the Revival.
Second round.
I figured that would be tomorrow night.
Versus Day.
And Michael,
Yeah.
you mentioned it. It has been made
they're
official.
saying it's
The
true.
Raw Tag Team titles will be on the line.
They made it
with
official.
the OC
It's
defense
official.
The Raw Tag Team
against
Championship is tonight with Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman against the OC.
Anderson and Gallagher.
So, that tells me, is AJ Styles going to be down there at the ring, and is he going to interfere in all of this stuff too?
I don't see that Braun Strowman and, well, you know what? A few months ago, I could possibly see it. Is this on? Is this what's going on? Oh, it's not.
It's just a commercial.
Anyways, I could have seen it. Braun Strowman, they don't care about the tag team division in WWE. They just don't care about it. They had Braun Strowman and a little kid win it. The belt.
That's
like
true.
he just grabbed some
I
kid out of the
remember that.
audience. It was actually a referee's son, but anyways, supposedly
Yes, it was
just a kid.
adorable.
Because who cares,
right?
right?
Because
And so-
it's a tag team.
Because they didn't care about the tag team division, but I think that's changing a little bit.
Mhm.
So I'm not necessarily sure that they would have Seth and Braun Strowman win it tonight,
I would hope not. That's just dumb.
because then they would be tag team partners, champions. And it would take the belts off the OC, which they just gave, and I think the
And
faction...
the OC needs it because they're mean.
The OC, a
bad.
faction should have all the belts, although AJ needs the world or the universal title to make it real or legit.
Oh.
The
Because that United States Championship.
I mean, it's a good belt, but it wasn't like the main title.
What? It's a main title for me.
Well, it's a title. It's
Everybody
just not
should be
the
a
main
champion.
title. It's a secondary type title. It's just not a, obviously, like, when in its heyday, like back in the day, it was like Lex Luger had it a lot. Nikita Koloff had it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who else had it back in those days. Dusty Rhodes had it a lot. Because Ric Flair was always the main champion in the 80s. He was always the main champion. From 83 on, I think Ric Flair had the belt. He lost it a few times, but for the most part, he was the champion.
Nice.
He was a champion before that, too. Before 83. But 83 was like his hate. Like, from 83 on was Ric Flair's prime for years and years and years. Anyways, Mike, do you have something to say?
About what?
Thought you were cutting me off. Oh.
I know. Thought you were done?
Oh. Yeah. Anyways, Ric Flair in 83 wrestled, it was a Starrcade, which was at the end of 83. He wrestled Harley Race. It was about November of 83. And then after that, he headlined every Starrcade until at least 90 that I know of as the champion.
Wow.
Like, he either was the champion or he was getting it back.
Huh.
The only one I remember him losing out of all the Starrcades in the 80s was he lost to Ronnie Garvin. Hands of Stone Ronnie Garvin. He lost it once.
Okay.
But all the other ones... Oh, I think Nikita Koloff. I'm trying to remember all the ones that he was in. He had a First Blood match. No, he didn't have a First Blood match. That was a different one. Anyways, there's a lot of Starrcades that he was in that he was headlining.
Right, but we were talking about the United States Championship belt.
Right, but that's why everybody else had the U.S. belt.
Right.
Flair never had the U.S. belt that I can remember.
Oh, okay.
Like, because he was the main
You
champion.
made it sound like he had it.
No,
but
he didn't.
He was the other guy.
No, he was the reason that the other guys had to have the belt. Dusty Rhodes,
Right.
Magnum TA,
Right.
Nikita Koloff,
Right.
Lex Luger, Barry Windham. Barry
All
Windham's
that.
Bray Wyatt's uncle.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Anything
Let's see. Luke said that he hopes that him sharing all of this info isn't annoying.
No, I love
just
it.
really love sharing and talking about WWE. No, actually, I appreciate your information.
Yeah, no, it keeps it going. I love
Because
it.
that way I learn things that I don't know anything about. Because as you can tell, I know nothing about wrestling most of the time. And I'm okay with that. But I do like to learn things. And then he said there have been a few few times where two guys fighting over a main title, one tag belts in order to set up a rivalry between the main guys fighting over who actually won the tag belts. Yeah, I just kind of hope they don't do that with Braun
Daniel
and Seth.
Bryan, Kane.
I think that would ruin Braun Strowman's reputation.
That's our truth.
This is this past weekend on YouTube.
Oh, that's Drake Maverick.
It's Drake trying to get the title from Elias. That's hilarious. He's pulling his hair. That's so funny. I mean,
Drake, are you kidding me? You want to interrupt me in the studio?
in the studio? Aww.
Poor Drake.
Oh, God.
He kicked him in the ass.
He literally kicked him in the butt. I mean, he kicked him hard, too. And the ref's like, wait a minute. You can't go in there. I'm going to beat the living poop out. He's in the sound booth.
Elias,
kicking the
his
pants off
going to be one.
Drake
That's going to be a continued
Maverick.
attack by Drake Maverick. But guys, 24/7
It's
means
Drake
anywhere,
in the
any place,
studio.
Elias
It's
always
Drake in
has
the
to be ready.
studio.
Those audio guys always got the sound.
That's hilarious. So fun. What's happening?
Elias.
It's Elias!
There's his farewell concert.
This is his farewell concert because he has a 24/7 belt.
Hello, I am Elias. Terrible.
It's the most
We
fake
good?
feedback I've ever heard.
That was pretty fake.
Now I have some terrible news for everybody. In fact,
Oh, they were just being
I need you all to reach out your hands, grab your loved ones, and pull them close. Because tonight is a night you will never forget. In fact, tonight is Elias' farewell performance.
It's his final performance!
His final performance.
I mean, I've just got so much going on in my life. Of course,
He's pretty funny.
Something's going on.
There's something out there.
Of course, being your uncrowned king of the ring.
There's something behind him.
And above all else,
they're outside
the prestigious 24/7 championship.
Terrifying, especially with this new It movie.
I
coming
simply
out.
can't risk being out here live every week.
Yeah, you can't.
But fear not, because before I go,
Man
I'm
bun
going to
boy.
leave you with an emotional ballad that you will never forget.
An emotional ballad. We're never gonna
But
forget
first,
it.
I need you all to silence your cell phones.
Please silence your cell phones.
Hold it up.
Hold it up, Mom.
And shut your mouths.
Yeah, shut your mouth. And he's gonna say, he's gotta tune his guitar too.
Okay, who tuned this, all right?
Who tuned it?
There's a reason we went through sound check. Hey, give me the guitar, okay? Give me a better guitar.
He wants a better
guitar. Respect for Elias around you. Tune the man's guitar.
Prince better get his audio together.
Okay.
Somebody just
Now
threw a
get in
guitar
the
at him.
ring, pick it up and hand it to me, okay?
Who is it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
This will be my farewell.
Well, it's a pretty.
Take that.
Yeah, it's definitely gotta be our truth.
Okay?
Pretty sure that's our truth. We can't really tell
got
who
gloves
it
on.
is because he has gloves on and he was all black. But now we see him. It's Achu. He's very happy.
Stagehand.
He's a terrible stagehand. And there's a ref.
Oh, wait a minute, Elias.
Oh, no, Elias.
Get down.
He can't down.
Now get inside.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, he kicked out again.
Run, Elias.
Oh. Run,
Elias.
Renee. Run, Elias. Run.
Now it's over. 1, 2.
Oh, he kicked out again.
Number 2. 24/7 championship on the line anytime, any place, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Elias.
Archer's like, how is this happening?
Look at our truth.
I don't understand. You want it that bad? What's he gonna do?
I'm gonna hit him in the head with a guitar.
You know,
I don't think anybody
smack
knows.
him with.
Mystery.
Where's Carmella?
I don't know. Where is Carmella? Where's Carmella?
Elias is slowly getting up. R-Truth's got the guitar.
He's gonna whack him.
He's gonna hit him in the back with it.
Oh,
No, he missed him.
Oh wow! He got out of the ring. He's running as Renee told him to.
Elias escapes.
You want this?
It's gonna happen on the ramp, huh?
Oh, something's gonna happen. Who's gonna come from behind him?
Coming up next in a match that is presented by Mountain Dew. Do the do.
I guess
so
that was
we have another fellow.
The New Day.
Another fellow.
Monday Night Raw.
Or if they'll just push the 24/7. No,
Rey Mysterio after last
Rey
week.
Mysterio sending out many cryptic tweets. What is next for Rey Mysterio? We find out next.
It's been very
Monday
sad.
Night Raw.
It's been very sad.
And we are going to another commercial.
And he wants to be home with his family, and he misses them immensely.
He said, "My family, my family." After losing last week in a 2 out of 3 falls match, the first 2 falls.
Yeah.
So it got pretty brutal.
Sweet. Yeah. Luke says, "I want Elias and Thugonomics Cena to fight." Thugonomics, excuse me.
Right?
Thugonomics. Like to actually fight or to like
wrestling.
Sing at each other.
He wants the
Can we
build
throw
up.
The Rock in there too? Not like fighting. I'm not like wrestling. Just for the songs.
Right. You want to see a disc concert? No, it would be a fun build up to a big event.
Yeah, I could see that.
But they use Elias a lot as a stepping stone. They don't really main event him.
No, they don't.
And John Cena is obviously a main event guy.
Right.
So they would have to build Elias up a little bit more first.
Right. But
Then
we
take it to that
learned the
level.
reason why they don't is because Elias actually is a musician.
And he tours.
And so
Well, John
he just
Cena
don't
is
have
a
time.
actor.
He is a big time actor now. He doesn't have time for this stuff.
So
He's not going to come back and be like, "Oh, let me help you out." WWE.
He'll wrestle here and there.
No, he won't. He's done.
Yeah,
He's not going to do it anymore. He's done. He quit. He's done.
$20 million a show, he'll do it. I'm just saying that money talks. And
Greed.
The Rock did it and then ended up getting hurt. Tore his abdomen and had to put the filming of Hercules
His
on
guts
hold.
like came out of himself as well.
Yeah, they had to put Hercules on
Just
hold.
stuff him back inside
And so
himself.
now he has a hard time getting out of his movie contracts to do wrestling events.
Well, yeah.
So they don't let him. So his last match was against Rowan, and he
Mhm.
beat him in like 5 seconds. Rowan didn't even do anything. And it
They're
was
like,
just so
"We
he
don't
could-
want to hurt you."
Well, it was just so he could have a quick match and still be under his contract with
Right.
with the I want to call it a theater, but that's not what they're called. Studio.
Mm.
A studio contract.
Right.
So, anyways.
His studio contract.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. That's with The Rock.
Eh.
I'm pretty sure The Rock's done, unless he stops acting, but he's got so many movies in play and coming and that I don't see him ending it anytime soon.
Probably not.
So, back to John Cena, which started that, would be
Right.
John Cena's in the same boat now.
Kind of, yeah. Luke says he wants a full rivalry.
Yeah, like a full build-up, like I see it, like a 2 or 3
With
months.
wrap-offs, sing-offs.
Right. The whole shebang.
Well, they did kind of bring John Cena back with the Thugonomics stuff, and he was kind of an asshole to the crowd. Remember when he
At
came back?
WrestleMania or
Yeah.
whatever.
So he was kind of a jerk, which was kind of funny. It was funny to see him that way because he's been such a goody-goody weirdo for like the last 10 years, it seems like.
Well, the last time he was on there, he was making fun of the Usos and saying that their mugshots were their something passports, and then they got arrested the next night.
Yes, they did. That was pretty funny.
Like he was telling, he was a prophet.
He's like, "I know what's gonna happen." They're like, "We'll show you."
I'll get drunk right now and go drive. I ain't scared.
Right? They ain't scared.
Cop can't pull me over. Ah, shit, I just got pulled. Uso? Yeah, and it sucks that the Usos are always in trouble because they're one of my favorite tag teams. They're one of my favorite tag teams of all time, and it takes a lot to get up in there.
Right. Well, and since they become kind of jerks, they kind of make a better tag team. All right, we're back. Monday Night Raw.
One of the most spectacular
It's
superstars
Charlie.
to ever compete in WWE.
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
All right, let's see
What's
what
he gonna say?
Rey, thank you so much for agreeing to talk with me. I know it's been a very trying past few weeks for you. You know, it all started several weeks ago when Andrade ripped off your mask, during a match, and unfortunately, you haven't been able to avenge that incident. Now, also, there have been other things that have been going on. Last week we spoke and you indicated rather, that there might be something going on with your family. So, might you have an update on that?
Sure, Charlie. First of all, I would like to thank you for your time and this forum to allow me to let everyone know on what's going on.
Yes, please.
Please believe, Charlie, when I tell you this, that I have been a very fortunate man. I have a beautiful family. And I've had a wonderful career. You know, I've been wrestling since I can remember my uncle training me when I was just a little boy.
He has an opt-out
and I've had the opportunity to meet people all over the world
I can see why
who
you
I
would
consider
have that,
not just my fans, but my friends.
Doesn't he run some of
But
that
recently,
stuff?
things just haven't been clicking for me.
No Ray pays all that.
You know, what Andrade did was a disgrace. He ripped
Nobody like
my mask
seemed to like say, well,
off.
Ricochet kind of did.
In our culture, as a luchador, that is the biggest insult.
Yeah.
But you know what hurts me the most? The fact that I haven't been able to do anything about that. You know, Charlie, when I step into the ring, I can see ahead of time what my next moves are gonna be. But for some reason, my body just doesn't seem to respond what I'm envisioning. I know I've had a lot of injuries throughout my career because I've faced bigger men. But my fear, my biggest fear, that I feel that now, those injuries have finally caught up to me.
What are you saying, Todd?
Right? Like, what the hell, dude? Are you done? You quitting?
Excuse me?
You gonna cry? You gonna cry? You need tissue?
I know that this day has to come to everyone at some point. I just didn't expect it. That one day it would come to me. But I now understand, Charlie. I understand that it is time for me to hang up the mask.
Ray's saying bye.
Oh, he's hanging up his mask.
Is it real?
And let this new generation of superstars make their way
Is he
in.
gonna get beat up right here?
He's gonna take his mask off? Is he done? Oh, what?
There's his son.
So,
he was gonna take his mask off.
Listen, you've been there for me my whole life.
Oh.
Just hear me out. Okay?
His son's way taller than him. That's
You
crazy
told me
weird.
that when I debuted, I would debut as your partner. When you trained with your uncle, my tío Miguel, you said that you weren't going to change a thing when you trained me. You got to step in the ring with the first generation Mysterio. I want to be able to
This is like
tell
the
my
best
children
acting I've ever seen in my life.
that I was a partner with their grandfather, my father, the great Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. Great Rey Mysterio. He's gonna be out there with his daddy.
Don't do this.
Don't quit.
Stay in WWE. Don't retire.
Don't take
I'm
the
gonna make
mask.
you proud.
I'm gonna make you proud. Is he gonna come back with a mask on or something?
I'll do it for you.
Good for you.
Because I love you, son.
He's staying around.
Cause I love you, son. It's touching.
Everybody call their dad.
I don't watch anymore.
Lindsay, with so many emotions, hearing a living legend like Rey Mysterio talk about the injuries he's suffered facing
Okay,
the
so
big
Luke
man
said
in
it's time
WWE,
for
but
a game.
guess we've not seen the last of him yet.
Said Mary, kiss or kill.
Dominic.
Charlotte, Sasha, and Becky.
Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world famous six-time champs and feel
I'd kill Sasha.
It's a new day.
Probably have
Yes,
to
it is.
marry Becky and kiss Charlotte.
I guess Ray needs some positivity.
Will do.
Dominic, but from the Smackdown Tag Team Champions coming to Raw as part of the
Who's gonna marry?
One way to change the mood up in here.
Although it'd be kind of nice to marry Charlotte because of that.
She'd rather be about her lover.
Team Champions, the New Days, Big E and Xavier.
Becky's definitely the prettiest of one of her.
And for the New Day, they have been thinking about one thing. What happened last week on
So
Smackdown?
now's your turn, Luke. You gotta stay back. So we've got the New Day out here because they got beat up by the Revival.
Yeah, and Wednesday.
Yeah, it is so weird. I thought that was a Smackdown thing, but I guess it's not. So they're on Raw too. I mean, come on. If they're gonna separate this stuff, no. If they're gonna separate this stuff, why are they intermingling it again?
Back to the WWE champion, still upset over what happened in his match with Kofi Kingston at SummerSlam. They did not end the way that Randy Orton wanted.
It's going to go.
The Viper striking last week on SmackDown.
And when the NXT goes to Wednesday, nobody from
the WWE champion
Friday is going to Wednesday. Nobody. Those people from Monday will go.
Right.
At a combined weight of 446 pounds, Scott Dawson, Dash Lawler.
The Revival.
Love the Revival. Like I say all the time, they remind me of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. Gene and Ole Anderson. And then Iron came around after
Skin boots. They sent out a tweet earlier on that said, thanks, Viper. So quite the friendship between the Revival and Randy Orton.
Why is he having Waldo?
I'm not sure why we were getting so close to them. That was like a close-up I didn't need.
Quite the rivalry with the New Day. They certainly have, and I was trying to get word, just talking to them earlier today, Revival made a note that they have never lost to the New Day.
New Day?
He's wearing
and this matchup is presented by Mountain Dew, the Dew. And that is a post that really bugs Big E and Xavier Woods. The fact that the Revival have never lost a match to the New Day. New Day, of course, one of the great tag teams in the history of WWE. Revival could be on course for that accolade as well.
Revival have absolutely zero respect for them. They've ruined tag team wrestling and they're bad champions.
Big E not wasting any time right now, going right to work on Scott Dawson. Revival with that old school style of leave it to Renee's.
I want to see Big E turn on Kofi, but at the same time, I don't want to see them break up.
Right? The New Day is pretty fun.
I like the New Day. I would
I
like
don't understand what the issue is of people having fun yet also gaining victories. You're at the top of the game, 6-time tag team champion.
Oh, now Xavier Woods flying in.
I mean, like you said, Kofi can't keep
that. Taking it to the Revival.
If he holds it after this pay-per-view,
another kick on course.
He's losing.
New Day has to forget that it was the Revival that destroyed their ice cream truck. If you remember the ice cream bike.
Champions. Ew, look, tomorrow they're in
now trying to turn things around.
South
with Scott Dawson. Only you would
first Smackdown.
Well, I enjoyed the ice cream. Oh! Knees right to the face.
And next Monday
as a Dash Wilder now comes in on the attack. Wilder and Dawson.
Oh!
And you are here with Wrestling Gab watching
Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw. We have the Revival and the New Day Tag Team Champion New Day. They are in the ring right now, duking it out, and I'm pretty sure for the championship, right?
Oh, there's no doubt, but I think sometimes you get carried away with how good they are.
Smackdown champions.
Dawson and Wilder will be tag team champions once again
So
in their
Luke
career.
said that he's killing Charlotte with quickness. He's marrying Becky, and he's kissing Sasha because Sasha is spunky.
Right?
And she does have pretty lips.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Sasha.
No, she's a pretty girl. She's kind of mean though, so I definitely wouldn't want to marry her.
Right.
I mean,
there's no marriage.
If you're going to marry somebody, it's either going to be Charlotte or Becky, because at least, you know, you might have a chance of surviving that mating ritual, because, you know, I take it that Sasha's more like a praying mantis with her men.
I don't know.
Or a Black Widow, perhaps.
She's smaller.
Chops off their heads and eats it. I don't know.
Yeah, she's smaller.
She seems like she might be terrifying.
she has the best butt out of the three.
Yeah.
mean, yeah. Like, it's not even close. But Becky definitely has the prettiest face and the best accent.
Like, I could just listen to her talk all the time.
She should call and read me a story.
What would the story be?
I don't care.
I just want her to read
Irish
stories
folklore.
about being mean to people.
I'm so angry at everybody in the locker room.
You're weird.
I'm gonna call everybody out. Why is that weird? She's someone that's angry.
She's not angry.
She wants the best of everybody, all the time.
Supposedly, she is the best.
Well, she can
If she
be
has,
the best.
if she has the belt, isn't she the best?
Not necessarily.
Can she fight herself?
She's the best woman on the
I think
roster.
she's fighting herself right now. I think she's fighting her inner demons.
Right, but Sasha, is Sasha gonna beat Becky at Clash of the Champions?
No.
What do you think? Is Sasha gonna beat Becky, or are they gonna have this big comeback and Sasha not win?
They're gonna have this big comeback and then shove her in the corner again.
Well, no, she'll be a headliner because they don't have anybody else. Like, she's gonna stay on top.
What? You mean they're not gonna push old ass Natalia in your face anymore? Well, that seems kind of weird.
That was just because of the.
They're like, here's
Toronto
Natalia.
stuff.
I mean, granted, I like Natalia. I have no problems with Natty, but she is getting up there. Quote unquote.
Charlotte's
She's not old in the sense of old, but I'm just saying that, you know, for a sport, she is old. So for an actual person, she's not old.
Right.
But for a sport, once you hit into your mid to late 30s, you are old. Your body is more prone to having any kind of injury whatsoever. You do not come back from those injuries as well or as easy as you used to. And it doesn't matter if you're back there sucking up the steroid juice or not. Doesn't matter. That shit's not going to save you from other things that can happen. And that shit can make it so that you have other problems. If they're doing it. I'm not saying they are. I'm saying if they do.
Yeah, Natalia's probably not doing steroids.
Back on Monday Night Raw, the Revival.
I'm just saying that, you know, if they want.
Smackdown Live Tag Team
Tom said
Champions,
that
the New
he
Day.
says,
Xavier Woods and Big E trying
I
to climb
saved
back for this
Charlotte,
match.
I
A big
married
match
her.
for the Revival.
Well, you have to pick
Here
your
tonight
other
for
two
the Raw
of who you're
Tag
going
Team
to piss
Champions.
or kill. You can't just say that you're going to marry
And look at that
Charlotte.
drop kick
So now you have to say what you're going to do
Xavier
with
Woods
Becky and
has to make the
Sasha.
tag.
Mary Kiss Kill.
So you have to
And
tell
now
us the
Xavier
other
Woods trying to
part.
make a tag to Big E, the powerhouse of the team.
Here he
Trying to get in there. And here comes Big E.
Big ol'
He just catches
belly
and
to belly.
tosses Dash
And you wouldn't be
Lawler.
able to save her.
And now same goes
He's
to
saying
Scott
save her
Dawson.
from Luke. But,
Yeah, that would be happening.
Look at E. Roll.
Cross event.
What power.
Kansas City.
Don't let the dancing fool you of the New Day.
But also, just
Yeah.
soak that in a
Yeah.
second, you know?
ew, what was that? That
Big E
was
taking up some steam and boom!
Big E doing the nasty on one of the Revival guys.
The power of positivity on the
Yeah,
side of Big
say rock.
E.
Yeah, say rock.
Now Big E looking
Yeah.
Perfect.
Woo.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Dawson able to toss
Ha.
Xavier Woods and
Dawson, take that.
taking out Dawson, now turning his attention back to Dash Wilder.
Dash and Dawson.
Oh!
Double D.
Dash.
Oh no, look at
Wilder.
look at Big E.
I'm talking about Big E's double D. RKO out of nowhere!
Oh, disqualification for the Revival.
Big E just got hit with an RKO out
Randy
of
Orton
nowhere.
came out of nowhere and did his RKO and ruined everything.
Randy Orton just
Ruined
pushed-
everything.
He just pushed Josh and he freaking flew halfway across the stage.
That was pretty funny. And he's like, what the hell? I don't know if he's happy about it or excited.
He thought Randy was his strongest man.
Oh,
Here comes
here comes Kofi. So I guess that was the whole thing. They had to get Kofi out there again.
On a Monday Night Raw because they can't save it for tomorrow.
And they can't have this rival tomorrow
He's gonna
night
get
on
RKO out of
SmackDown.
nowhere. Kofi's done.
Oh, again.
RKO out of nowhere.
Again.
I actually like this little rivalry. I hope that an RKO out of nowhere wins in the title
Is it because
at Clash of the
Is it
Champions.
because Randy's
Randy's not
a bad
done
one?
with
I mean, I like Randy. Don't get me wrong. I do like Randy Orton.
Has Kofi
I like
number.
I like him when he's mean. I like him when he's kind of nice because he's still mean. But you know that's me.
Right.
Well, he's getting saved by
Woods. This ain't gonna last.
No, he gets beat up all the time. So where's the Revival guys? They're gonna come in and get him. Here they are. They got him. Oh man, assist RKO with that. Ooh. Woo! And Randy's laughing. And the Revival's out there being weirdos.
Randy Orton with that.
Ew, did he really just do a Randy Orton move?
Yeah.
We witnessed it this past Tuesday.
The poor New Day's just toast.
Woods is like having some kind of seizure on the mat. Oh, bunch of weirdos. He's like, hey, this is fun. Let's do this. Where's Big E at? Did they beat him up on the outside?
They're gonna do it again.
Big here.
Xavier Woods has not moved.
Is he gonna RKO the Revival guy?
I don't know.
He almost grabbed his dick.
He's like, wait a minute. He's like, my hand was too low, sorry about that. Oopsie! I was going up a little. So...
What are they doing?
I called him. He's like, yay, you're a champion.
They're pulling corner to corner.
Okay, I'm not sure what their deal is, but it's weird. I guess
He's gonna make him wash.
My friend! No, don't do that! No, my friend!
Oh, on his knee! That's what they're doing. They're trying to break his knee.
Oh, bummer.
And they're making Kofi watch as Xavier gets his knee broken.
Xavier Woods by the Revival, by the way, the Revival. So Randy
Randy's
Orton
holding his head.
is holding
His beard
Kofi's
and his
head.
hair.
He's sitting on him and he's holding him up, like making him watch his buddy get his knee all broken.
Right. As the Revival jumps off the top rope.
Yeah. So now Randy's gonna be like, yeah, I'm badass. Look at me. Look at us. We're so cool.
He's got to do his story.
Is he gonna do it? He did some peck pop of love there.
Randy
He's gonna do it.
Is he?
Do it.
Where's Big E at? What happened to him? He
He's
died?
outside the ring. He's the one that got pinned. Or I guess he wasn't a pin. He got RKO'd out.
What's
There
that?
it is.
Yes, the Viper happened. Oh, it's so terrible.
So why did they have to do this on
Guys, moving on to later
I
tonight.
don't know.
An unlikely pairing of the Universal
That's the question of the day.
Question of the day. Why did they put them on Raw?
Tag team
Is it because they're so full?
by the end of the night. They take on the
Buddy
OC,
Murphy,
Gallows and Anderson for
Daniel
the
Bryan,
titles
and then
later
the
on.
two King of the Ring matches. They only have 3 or 4 matches on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time.
Ooh, we have another guest.
Here she is.
Sasha Banks.
Yay! Here's our interview.
She's glittery.
Sasha,
very
thank you very
happy.
much for joining us. We had hoped to get these exclusive comments earlier tonight on King's Court, but circumstances dictated otherwise. Last week, your return to WWE was one of the most shocking, one of the most controversial in the history of this company. This is an open forum. Would you like to explain your actions?
No. Don't do it.
Yes, and Michael, thank you so much for this time. It's been such a crazy, emotional week for me. And if you don't mind, I would love to explain from the very beginning. You see, last week I looked in the mirror and I told myself, blue is your color. And I mean,
We're listening
look
to
at
Sasha
this.
Banks on an open
Isn't that
forum.
crazy? I mean, it's all over social media. Sasha Banks, blue hair. She looks good. She's back. She is better than ever. And it's time for me to show up and show out. I look good and I feel even better.
Yay!
Sasha, with
Go
all
Sasha.
due respect, no one is talking about
Not
your
sure
blue
that
hair.
explained anything.
What they are talking about is your return to WWE for the first time since WrestleMania. Your attack on your friend Natalya, who's grieving over the loss of her father, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Your attack on the woman you grew up with in this business. Becky Lynch, why did you do those things? Why did you choose last week to return to WWE? We will thank you for addressing these issues, specifically in regards to Becky Lynch and Natalya here tonight.
Can we keep talking about her hair?
I woke up last week.
I looked in the mirror and was like, okay, cool, blue hair.
Look how good it looks when she leans forward.
You're welcome.
There you go.
That's it. You smart girl. That's a great interview.
That was it.
That's
your answer.
A lot more and
You're welcome.
Weeks when she's back, she's gonna let us know.
You think she's going to say anything?
What's happening? What's happening?
Strangest thing.
Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss, your ladies tag team champions.
Women's tag team champions are out. Not sure what it's about, but
probably just a match.
Smacking herself like, yeah, I'm here.
Nikki Cross,
She almost looks like she has to pee.
Well, over there, you going to play the little Braves right now or not?
Hell no.
Here comes the goddess. They're the tag team champions.
Oh my god. I've got to be choreographed tonight.
Oh my god, look at her. She's so pretty.
It's a goddess.
It's a goddess.
Tag team champions. Nikki Cross and
So Luke said, here's another one. Alexa, Trish, and Lita. And he said, I'm marrying both Trish and Lita in Utah and killing Alexa's wife.
Well, I'm marrying Alexa. I'll kill Lita and then I'll kiss Trish.
Luke said, I think they are setting Sasha and Becky up for an actual long-term rivalry. They are the rivalry everyone wants to see.
Oh yeah. It's so nice not to see Charlotte right in the middle of it.
Right? And I hope they keep her out of it.
They should.
I don't know. They tend to like to shove her in.
If they turn it into a three-way somehow, the crowd will go crazy.
As in, like, hating people? Like, crazy?
Oh yeah, like...
Burn the place down, maybe? Or...
Yeah, they're not going to do that. Charlotte's on SmackDown and they'll probably keep her there for a little while.
Right.
This is perfect, actually, what they're doing.
Popeye's new 2 for
With
$9 for
those two.
$10 has everything you've ever wanted and more to share for just.
Well, you don't say right to say that. But yeah, I mean, it's perfect. I see it as perfect, at least.
The
what they're
Sasha
doing.
and Becky rivalry.
Yeah. I don't want to see it culminate at freaking Clash of the Champions, though.
No, I would hope not. I mean, they should have little tiffs here and there and stuff like that, but...
I mean, they'll wrestle
They should make her... yeah, but I think they should make her have to wrestle other people.
This could last all the way to
stuff.
Mania and be fine.
Yeah,
Like, but, you know,
yeah.
like, have Sasha get the belt in there, Becky get it back. Like, I mean, literally keep them head-to-head. I know people get bored of it pretty quick because people get bored of everything, but...
I think if they... I think if they kept it... I know you say they get bored of everything, but I think it's because they try to put too much into some of it.
Right.
If they just kind of made it like, hey, she comes out of nowhere, kind of like she did,
Right, and
beats the poop out of her.
And skip a couple weeks.
Yeah, and then leave it alone. I mean, and have her, you know, either do weird stuff like that interview, or something else.
Well, I'm just saying, like...
And Becky calling her out constantly, like, where are you, and all this stuff. And
next week, Becky has a match, Sasha...
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
The next week, Sasha has a match, nothing.
Right.
The next week, they have a match, somebody interferes, and they lose. Like, Becky loses the belt at Clash of the Champions to Queen Latifah because of Sasha. And then they go off, and then they have a match at the next pay-per-view or whatever. And then she gets her belt back. Build it that way, not necessarily all about just those two fighting every week feuds, because it makes it happen too fast.
Well, and it gets old. That's when it gets old.
And it's pure.
That's when it gets boring. That's when it gets old. That's when you're just like, ugh, do we have to see it again? I don't want to see this. You want to see it kind of mix up, and everybody should be after the title. I mean, in Becky's own words, everybody should be after this belt. That's what she keeps saying. It shouldn't just be Sasha after. It should be everybody should be after it.
Right.
Is what I'm
She wants the
understanding.
best of everybody.
Tom said something about 80 Ric Flair, NWA, WCW US Champion, 81 Piper took from Flair,
The U.S. title.
I guess.
Oh. So
I guess that was one.
Flair might have had it in the early 80s.
So, okay. That was what we were talking about earlier, if he ever really had it or not, so.
Right. Well, I'm pretty sure he had it at times, but that wasn't. You don't.
Like,
say
that was the
Flair,
title, you're like, oh my god, I totally
yeah.
want the US Championship title! Right, I got it.
Clash of Champions is presented
We're
by
back on.
Simmons.
Alexis Bliss and Nikki Cross, women's, your women's tag team champions.
Will be
Hey,
defending
man.
the tag team champions and Clash of Champions. Well, they will be if they're still the champs.
The Goddess.
And whatever.
A run as champions
Against Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
Respect that.
This should be a good one.
Are they like nicknamed the lovers?
I don't know if they're still pushing the lesbian stuff on them or not.
So, was Sonya Deville and Nikki Cross like in a group together?
Go nuts. Have at it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
It was Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose,
Fire and Desire is their tag team name. Oh my lane.
I forgot that. They do have 3 tag teams. They do have 3 tag teams.
on USA. In all seriousness, a win tonight by Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose would put them in title conversation.
And in all seriousness, I mean, they're a hell of a tag team. You look at what Sonya Deville brings to the
I'd like to
ring
see
inside
Mandy
the ring,
Rose
their MMA
headline a
background
WrestleMania
training. We've got
myself.
Mandy Rose,
She'd
and
look good on
she
a
just
poster.
grows and develops and changes on the fly. So impressive.
She looks better than Ronda Rousey.
We do have an update on
And she's probably a better wrestler.
Well, of course she's a better wrestler than Ronda Rousey. Ronda is not a wrestler.
Yeah, but she's a big draw because people watched that UFC when she was good.
But we know he's been
Yeah, until she
badly shaken
cried.
up. We hope to have
Then
more
it was just
details on
pathetic.
WWE digital and social media throughout the week. Meanwhile,
She
we hope
lost
to have
her
an update as
cried.
well
That's
on
hilarious.
the
She
injury
cried. She cried,
situation
baby.
involving Xavier Woods, who was assaulted
I
by
knew
the
she lost to
Revival
that.
in Randy Orton just a bit ago.
Sonya Deville out here letting you know why she should be in line to be next tag team champs.
Fire and Desire has to pick up a victory as
Oh.
tag made it.
Alright,
Here comes
tagging
Bliss.
in. Bliss is gonna. Oh, Bliss got down already.
Sonya Deville also trained in the UFC. I don't know if she ever got into
as
it.
another roll up and another near fall.
Now, if she trained in the UFC, did she train in UFC for wrestling? Because they do wrestling and hold moves in
This type
UFC.
of friendship that they'd have this type of tag team.
Is that the kind of UFC training she got? Or did she just get the kicking and punching kind of stuff?
It's probably the whole mix.
So they're teaming up on Alexa Bliss right now. Be really into her. And
We have Mandy Rose and Alexa Bliss in the middle of the ring right now.
Yeah, 2 blondes. One's very platinum-y, and the other one's like lighter color with pink. And they're about the same size, and they're doing weird stuff.
Alexa is a completely different person. Oh,
You got Biscuit Butt against Mandy.
You find that confidence. You find somebody that
I don't know.
take your
Hanging out of her
hand.
pants too.
WWE show you how it works around here.
Right now, Mandy Rose in control of Alexa Bliss. And look, Mandy Rose and Sonya
Maybe
Deville
like
have
little
already earned
twins
an
almost.
opportunity at the tag team titles.
Oh,
A win here certainly
Just
would
kicked her
put
right
them in
in the
title
face.
contention and another near fall. Well, they should win the match to earn. They haven't earned anything in my estimation.
So the
All
crowd
they said
doesn't
was
like
they
them
were able to
either.
knock
So
off that
Well, of
I'm
course
not
they
sure
match
what's
several
going
weeks
on
ago,
with
and
the
that's the
whole
reason
thing.
Bliss and Nikki Cross are tag team champions. They didn't tag titles, so.
Nikki Cross getting involved in the
So
outside.
Luke says that he can see Sasha and Becky passing title back and forth till the final match at WrestleMania.
That would be awesome.
That'd be kind of
If
cool.
they do it right, it'll be perfect.
Yeah.
You guys mentioned how well this duo. Unique
And hey, Brandon, nice to see you in the chat, bud.
You saw another example
He
of
says
a
it's all
team
about
from
Sonya
Bliss
and
Cross that have
Mandy.
each other's backs. Listen,
I love
they
Mandy.
late to put away Mandy Rose.
But I like
Rose
Biscuit
able to
Butt
kick out at
too.
Some Bliss action.
Alexa Bliss.
Bliss now measuring Rose right into the corner.
The
This is part
goddess.
of that
Right?
tag team continuity that these two have grown together. And here comes Nikki Cross.
That was a really strange hug.
Ooh!
Oh,
Smacked her
wow.
right in the
Double
face.
team
Maybe
from
Rose is
across
going to have a
and Bliss.
bruise. That's not very nice. Your lover's gonna be
very
like,
unorthodox in the ring. Complete contrast in style from what we see from
Tom
our
said
tag
the
team
US
partner
champ
Bliss.
Flair did hold it, and he said check
Somebody like Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross likes to Bliss and now staying in control of this matchup. You take a look back at defending the tag team titles in SummerSlam.
I don't have to wait till later.
Defeating the Warriors just last week here on
Checking
Raw.
text
Fighting champions and
later.
a fighting tag team in the
So
women's
there's
division.
a lot of was that just a rerun of what we just saw? I swear we just saw that move. Did they do it a couple times? Sonya's just over there jumping around like a crazy person.
She's ready.
Oh my gosh, hurry, come over.
She's ready for the hot tag.
Oh my gosh, I want you so much. I want you, I want you. She doesn't really want her. She doesn't have the right hands.
Alexa's in. Sonya's
she
in.
did. She tagged. Ooh.
Cross is down.
Ooh.
Cross is down.
Sonya's like, get back up so I can kick you and kick you and kick you.
Oh, another running knee.
I think I'm the only person in the world that thinks Sonya's pretty.
I wonder if how her
Cross
finger
is
just
not
stays
able to
with
get
her
out of
feet.
crosshairs from
Maybe
DeVille.
it's sewn in.
Maybe in her back pocket. Oh, ouch! I
Mandy's
heard
head just
that.
hit the ring post.
Oh, dang! She got a broken nose. Oh, Sonya just kicked Alexa in the face.
Oh,
Nikki's got her.
Wait a minute.
Maybe.
It's
Oh,
over.
yeah, maybe.
Neck breaker.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, and they cut
Cross
this
just
tag
pinned
team
Sonya
champion.
Deville.
Yes,
And they
Cross
retained.
just did it. They retained their
Cross and
championship.
Bliss. Your women's
She's
tag
like,
team
oh,
champion.
I was gonna leave. Oh wait, I want my belt. Thank you.
Gold.
So it's probably a good thing they put Nikki in with her because she gets to do all the work.
She carried the weight.
That is raining over
Let the
Oh,
Golden Girl just look good.
right?
Although she should have done Twisted Bliss off the top.
Yeah, they should have, but they didn't. They weren't. Oh, we've got Seth and Braun Strowman in the back getting all ready.
Win the tag titles. You know, Gallows and Anderson are bad dudes, but they're not me and you, right, big guy?
I'm sorry. Braun
Braun is just staring at his title like it's
Braun.
Charlotte's chesticles.
Braun, look. I get it. But before we get to that, we gotta take care of business tonight. We gotta focus on tonight. So follow my lead. We might walk out of here Raw Tag Team Champions.
You will, but it's okay.
How big this dude?
Look, Seth, I am focused. But here's the thing, you need to follow my lead. And I promise you, we're walking out tag champs tonight.
Why would Braun want to lead when he was the architect of the
The Raw
Shield?
Tag Team
He knows how to run a
titles
tag
on the
team.
line
Whatever, Seth is stupid.
Well, he's still a
Seth is
veteran.
stupid.
Veteran.
Stupid.
He's a veteran.
Stupid.
Braun would be better off following Seth's lead. It doesn't matter if you like him or you don't.
Yes, it does.
What did the Horsemen say? It doesn't matter if you like us or you don't, but you better learn to live with it because it's the best thing going today.
Oh.
That's Ric Flair.
Sure. So Luke said that Mandy and Sonya came in with Paige as Absolution.
Yeah,
Thank
they were
you.
Absolution. That's what I was telling you before.
Yes. That I knew she was in a group.
And the other one
I
was
just
the
didn't know
Riot
which
Squad,
group.
but Nikki Cross didn't come in, and well, she might have came in the group with and then with some guys.
Oh,
Nikki
I thought
Cross.
she was with those other girls.
No, that was
The
the
one
Riot
that was
Squad.
really-
That
yeah.
was Liv Morgan, Ruby Riot, and
Oh,
Sarah
okay.
Logan.
Oh, okay, that's who it was. And then but Paige got injured and had to retire.
Sasha Banks hurt her neck.
Yeah, Sasha Banks hurt her neck when in that match. So no, Mandy, give me headlining Sonya Deville.
I like Sonya too. But Mandy's so pretty that it's like.
Yeah, everybody wants to do all over. It's gross. Brandon said the one female I want them to push so bad is Sarah Logan. Yes, we know you're obsessed.
Sarah Logan.
Obsessed much.
You don't even know who that one is. That's the one that's with the Viking Experience guy.
Yeah.
She's got brown hair. Yeah, she should get a push. I would assume that it could happen, but I don't know if she'll ever make it all the way to being a champion. But she could be one of those champions like Carmella was.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So, Luke said that Sonya won 4 fights in UFC but went to WWE. That's cool. Won 4 minor fights, 2 knockout and 2 tap-out wins. So, Luke, you know about her. Was she... Because, I mean, watching her, her style, was she... Did she do a lot of wrestling moves in her UFC stuff? Like the holds and grappling and stuff like that? Or was she like Ronda and punching and kicking and all that stuff?
She had some knockouts.
Because, I mean, she seems to be a little bit better in the ring. I don't know if it's because she's maybe been in the WWE longer or she actually is better at training WWE type stuff. But she seems to have done better in it than Ronda has. Like, I just don't think Ronda really does a very good job in WWE, personally. I think she sucks at it. But that's my opinion.
She's just a main draw because of her name. That's why they put Charlotte in the match at WrestleMania, to carry that match if Ronda got frazzled.
Brandon said, don't forget that Braun was a tag champ. At some point he was, yes.
Yeah, with a little 6-year-old kid, or 10-year-old kid.
Yes. That was a weird given, kind of.
That was like, hey, the tag team division means nothing.
Luke says that Sonya has a girlfriend that weirdly looks a lot like Sonya. Now, I don't know if that was a typo, Luke, or if you really meant that. So she is with her other self?
She's with her twin. Twins, Basso, twins.
She's like, I really like myself so much that I'm going to go out and find a lesbian lover that looks just like me. Full of yourself much? So, I'm hoping that's true because that's hilarious if it is. Just saying. Oh. It's kind of cool they're showing some old stuff.
Some Kane stuff.
Some old Kane stuff. Trolley commercial with some WWE super. Oh, and we're back! We're back on
Monday Night Raw.
Yay!
August 19th, 2019. Live. Cedric Alexander versus Sami Zayn.
Yes, this is the next King of the Ring first round. The first round, the first match up of the night for King of the Ring was between Cesaro and Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe got Cesaro out with a hold. His special technique. Yes, that one. Whatever that is.
It's a sleeper.
Anybody that knows
Cesaro
knows I'm a man of very few words.
Of course you are.
But I am a man of action.
Man
And
of
tonight I'm
action.
competing in the
Here comes
first
the man
round
of
of the King of the
action
Ring tournament
versus Sami Zayn.
And I fully
If Sami
intend to
Zayn
make the
has
most of this opportunity and take the age of Alexander
He's a man
and
of
raise
lots
it
of words.
to all
He is wormy. Luke says that Nikki came in with sanity.
That's insanity.
Thank you, Luke. See? Info is good. Info is good.
One of the sanity guys is that Ellis guy that was the verified player all the time.
Oh, I see. Yes.
He was
The Prego.
Canellis.
Yeah. He's the whatchamacallit of WWE.
Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins of WWE is out.
Sami
You know,
Zayn.
he's probably not going to win.
No, there's no way.
It's so sad that you can literally predict that stuff the minute they come out. How horrible.
Because it's the same 5 guys every time. I'm getting smaller and smaller. It was 15 minutes.
The last couple of months have been absolute garbage.
It's just the same guys in every
after
match.
loss. And I refuse to let my career go into the trash. So King of the Ring is where Sami Zayn
Brandon
turns it all
says,
around.
why does
Round
Sami
one,
Zayn
Cedric
remind me
Alexander.
of Jake?
Just
I'm
cover
guessing
up
he's
my neck
talking
because I'm
about
coming
Jake.
at you like
Okay,
a tornado.
it's
not talking.
No.
Oh, man, that's a surprise my boy for your...
I'm going to say no on that.
I don't know about that.
I don't think he reminds me of him at all.
I think he reminds me more of like John Cena or something.
When he first started coming out, he was like his little king about weird stuff. Yeah. Before he became like, you know, a household name of John Cena. The thugonomics that Luke reminded us of. And the match has started. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? How long is it gonna take? Who that should be taken?
Cedric Alexander wins it.
Well, of course. There's no way that he's gonna win.
But it'll be fun first.
Said he's coming out like a tornado. Cedric ready doesn't
High
appear to be
flyers.
right
And
now.
quickly into the cover to
Taking
advance in the King of the Ring
advantage.
tournament. Alexander kicking out at 1. Another cover and another kick out. We're talking about
It's weird not having
success in tournaments out of the Cruiserweight Championship tournament. He won the title at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's sad.
I don't know who this other guy is.
Building momentum in 2019, but
Corey
right now
Graves was not
Sami
on
Zayn trying to
tonight for
shut
being
down
one of
Alexander
the
early on.
mouths
So now you got all three good guys.
For a guy like Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, I don't like
You
it.
gotta have a heel.
You gotta have somebody who's mean and who's all obsessed with like.
There's the opportunity.
Could you imagine Mandy Rose and Alexa were up there? He would have been like, really over there in the corner. Shut up! Shut up! She's amazing. The goddess. Okay, we're not on those. That's all. Sami Zayn had Cedric down. He had him in a hold. It was a pretty good hold, but Cedric got out of it.
Sammy's had a rough time of it ever since returning from
Oh, he's punching him in the head.
We've seen Sami Zayn at
ow.
every turn try to put Cedric Alexander away, cover after cover. He knows how important
Let's
this is.
see. Luke said about my question about Sonya. She was a decent grappler. She had excellent striking skills, but like Ronda, she has decent submission skills. Her girlfriend really looks like Sonya. So Sonya's girlfriend looks like herself. That's so creepy. I mean, that's so same hairstyle, color, same kind of facial structure. She's like, you know what? I'm so in love with myself. I'm gonna go find somebody who looks just like me to be my girlfriend.
Well, if you were into the same sex, wouldn't you be attracted to yourself?
Sami Zayn calls himself wrestling royalty. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch.
That's weird. That's very
KBO called himself a wrestling god, so there is that. As Zayn continues to wear down Alexander.
I couldn't even fathom because I'm not.
Sami Zayn so far tonight. I'm going to ask you this, Cole. When it comes to Sami Zayn, you know, he always is blaming somebody else.
Sami Zayn's got him in a hold.
Well, he's going to have to do that.
Pumping his back. I guess. I don't know what that was, but that was weird.
This match could be a really good match. I hope it pays off.
Me too, because Cedric is like a high flyer, right? He's like the guy that jumps around and
both of them are really good wrestlers.
Somehow to dig down deep. We've learned a lot about the heart of Cedric Alexander.
Lots of
recently.
moves.
What an elbow.
Little forearm to the face.
And now Alexander trying to quicken the pace of this matchup.
Wow. Yeah, get in.
Cedric's starting to pick up the pace here.
Oh.
Now Alexander in recent weeks. Victory over Drew McIntyre.
Jumps over him.
Last week,
flip.
McIntyre really
Back,
momentum.
gets him in some
Heading
weird
into this tournament,
scissor hold. He fell down.
Oh, nice takedown. Fouls up.
Jumped up and drop kicked him in the face.
It's like an arm drag, but with the scissor. Leg scissor.
I
I don't know what you call that.
I don't know either.
Alexander,
if he was the other way, it would be like
into the air. This is Sami Zayn was afraid of, and what he was trying to avoid was allowing Cedric Alexander to start flying all over the place.
Yeah. Fly all
Once
over the
Alexander
place.
gets going, it's hard to stop. And Alexander now looking
No,
at
I
Measure
think
Zayn,
he
looking
said
for that.
something
I just caught Alexander.
Oh, I think Sammy's in trouble.
I think it's over.
I think it might be over with that.
Second round.
And it is. It's done.
Sammy didn't stand a chance.
Not even a little bit. Once Cedric started jumping around and doing moves.
Cedric dominated the match.
Yeah. I mean, Sami tried to at first. I mean, he really tried to keep up with him. You know, get the jump on him at first. But so Cedric Alexander now advances to the second round of King of the Ring.
Risking it all to advance it. You're right. Cedric Alexander might not have gotten all that neuralizer, but he certainly got all of this.
They call that a neuralizer.
Neuralizer.
I don't know.
Sami Zayn's going to have to do a bit of soul searching now. This did not turn out the way that Sami Zayn.
Something's going to have to be done with Sami.
As we take a look at the updated.
Maybe move him to Wednesday.
Big victories in the first round. One for Samoa Joe.
Well, he did really good there. I think he was champion there for a while.
Alexander. And the first two superstars to advance in the field of 16.
Maybe around Bo Dallas
Congratulations to Samoa Joe and Cedric Alexander. King Cedric's got a pretty good run to it. It certainly does.
Bracket's looking stacked though.
King Cedric. Wouldn't it be King Alexander? And that's happened before.
Hey,
There they are.
Street Profits.
Wow.
They're reading their bracketology.
Bracketology.
Now my
Are they
bracket
betting?
is looking good so far. I'm 2 for 2, Dawkins.
2 for 2.
It's all pimped out.
What you guys?
Yeah.
Man, my bracket already busted. I had Cesaro making it to the finals. Come on, fam.
It's okay. It's okay.
Boom.
We still got the SmackDown side, okay? We can win it all back, okay? We still got Apollo Crews versus Andrade. Alright?
Okay.
And we got Kevin Owens versus Elias.
Ooh. And next week on Raw, we got Baron Corbin fighting The Miz and Drew McIntyre versus Ricochet.
I can't wait. No, I can't wait.
Hey.
It's weird that either Ricochet or McIntyre's going to be out in the first round.
How come they don't make a tag team King of the Ring tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, be like Kings of the Ring.
Kings of the Ring.
Dawkins. It's because the Street Profits, we're already kings up in this piece.
Dang.
I got the crown on my head. I got the gold around my neck.
Speaking of gold, the OC defending their Raw Tag Team Championships against Seth freaking Rollins.
That match. That's happening tonight. That will be spectacular.
Oh yeah.
Showstopper. Oh, heart jumping.
What?
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. And you know the best fact, the fact.
What?
That match is next.
Woo! Eat your popcorn. Yes, lots of popcorn. Yes. So it said on there that they were still champions. So when did that?
Dosi?
Yeah. No. That. It said on their little thing, it said NXT Tag
Because
Team
it's
Champions.
pre-recorded. So we gave it up. It's a spoiler.
I'm sorry, baby.
Anybody who watches NXT,
Sorry, baby.
don't watch the first part of this video.
Ruined it.
Spoiler alert.
Let's see. Luke says he follows Sonya on Twitter. When she posted a pic of her girlfriend, everyone was confused and legit thought Sonya was trolling with a pic of herself. That's hilarious.
I've got her on Instagram. My daughter signed me up for Instagram.
Nice.
And so I just went through and put all these wrestlers. She's like, you're following 50 wrestlers? And I'm like, that's the only people I know. I don't know anybody.
So Tom said, what happens to Rey? So Rey Mysterio came on and did an interview with Charlie and basically was going to quit.
He
retired. He was going to take his mask off.
Yeah, he unzipped his mask.
He was done. And I mean done. He was taking his mask off. He was retiring. He was done. He didn't want to do it anymore. He's like, I'm too old for this shit.
My body's caught up with me.
My body's caught up with me. I'm wrestling all these bigger wrestlers. I can't do it. And then his son came in and
said he wanted to wrestle with him.
Wanted to wrestle with him in his first match and talked him into staying. So Rey is staying. Not sure if he's staying with Raw necessarily. Not sure what's happening with that specifically.
But he's going to stay around and wrestle with his son.
Yeah. So for him, he would do it, he said. So that's why he's still going to stick around. So
yeah. So that's what happened.
That's what we know. Unless you know more.
Nobody knows more.
If anybody knows more, let us know if you know more. I don't know. No, that's it. No more. That's all we got. No more participation.
Well, we are waiting on the OC versus Braun Strowman and Seth freaking Rollins.
No, don't say that.
It's Seth freaking Rollins.
It's Rollins.
It's Monday Night Brawlins.
Don't do that. No. Please don't. Please don't. That's like an insult to Braun Strowman. Complete insult to Braun.
Nothing to do with Braun. It's Brawl.
Okay, so they said the OC against Seth freaking Rollins. They didn't say Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman. They said Seth freaking Rollins. They didn't even say Braun's
That's our new tag
name.
team name. Brawlins.
That's gay. I don't like it. One thing I don't agree with the Street Profits on that. Seth Rollins can keep his own stupid name. Keep Braun's name out of it. He doesn't even like it. He just wants his belt.
They're going to be wrestling at Clash of the Champions for the World Championship. They don't even call it the World Championship anymore. They call it the Universal. Because he's champion of the universe.
Ooh, the universe. The universe is vast.
Yeah, they don't have a world champion anymore. Because the other one's a WWE champion and then the Universal champion. But there is World Tag Team Champions. And then there's a U.S. champion. And then there's an Intercontinental, which if you think about what the word Intercontinental means is inside the continental U.S. So that means it wouldn't be Hawaii or Alaska.
Right? And it wouldn't be, it would just, so it kind of like the U.S. champion?
Exactly, they're the same thing.
SmackDown Live tomorrow night, 8, 7 Central. Only on
We will be
USA.
here for SmackDown Live tomorrow night.
Will we?
You will be saying SmackDown Live a lot because I'll be working.
Tuesday Night Live,
It's not fair. They're not a tag team.
They're a tag team, it's not fair. The OC is having a meltdown. They're having a meltdown about it.
You're both right, but look at it like this. It's an opportunity for the OC.
The OC,
to show
Monday
its
night.
greatness.
Yeah,
Tonight,
you tell him, AJ.
The OC will prove that even the Universal Champion and the monster among men
8/19,
are no match for the OC. They're no match for the Cowboys. They're no match for these mother lovers. Because we're the official, the original, the only club.
The official, the only club. Anderson, Gallo. Oh, there she is.
With her arm
Natalia
in her little sling.
in her pouch. Uh-oh. She's pouting.
I just came from the WWE doctor.
Oh, God.
Again.
I just came from the doctor again.
It's been 1 week since I bared my soul in front of the entire world on Monday Night Raw.
So sad.
Between preparing for my match with Becky Lynch at SummerSlam to nearing the 1-year anniversary of my dad's passing.
We love you, Natalia.
I knew I expected this to be an emotional week. But I did not expect Sasha Banks
To attack you?
The Smurf.
To smurf?
Sasha is my friend.
Was.
Sasha was my friend.
Oh, there you go. Past tense, sweetie. That's a good one. Good job.
Sasha was one of my closest friends.
Yeah.
And that's why I cannot wrap my head around the fact that somebody that I cared about so much would try to hurt me in the way that she did during one of the most vulnerable times of my life.
Right?
And then I see her tonight.
What?
And she's smirking and she's smiling and she's treating this all like
Oh! The boss is back!
Sausages! Beat the poop out of her again!
Keep talking, Natalia, huh?
Keep talking! Oh no!
Oh, she kicked her arm into the dresser drawer.
Go to hell, Daddy.
Okay.
Go to
Tell
hell.
your daddy I said hi.
Oh!
Tell your daddy I said hi.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's pretty low right there.
Daddy.
Go to hell and tell your daddy I said hi. She's crying.
Yeah, we got no explanation from Sasha Banks tonight about why she's doing any of this. But the bottom line for Natalia is that she better stop worrying about her friends or so-called friends.
There it is.
And do something about this.
Stop worrying about her friends or so-called friends. Yeah, maybe you should put yourself in vulnerable positions and get your ass beat.
Talk about making statements. Here's a man who
Sasha came out of nowhere and just like blocked him. That was hilarious.
Yeah, she got her good.
Can we see more of that? I would rather see that.
That'll be next week.
Well, here comes Seth Rollins.
Oh, let's see, before we start going with this, we have the Seth Rollins and stuff happening that Liv said. And you should follow Liv Morgan on Twitter. She has revealed
You said that it was one of the
gimmicks she might come back with.
you've ever seen.
One was a more
It was an incredible performance to beat Brock Lesnar. First at WrestleMania, then to do it again at SummerSlam. The condition that
check it
Seth
out.
Rollins was in.
I like Liv. Liv's really pretty.
Back against the
Doing
wall
some,
to get some of
Twitter
his best work. And tonight,
Wrestling
we're going to
Gab.
beat the beast.
Follow all the
Teaming up with the monster among men.
Yeah.
We can see new tag champs tonight.
I want to see how these two are going to get along. Braun Strowman cannot keep his eyes on Seth Rollins' Universal Championship.
a little over.
We've seen that throughout the entire night. Some tension starting to rise between both Rollins and Braun Strowman.
It really felt like
Both know what they have to do in this main event. Defeat the OC. And then they will become the tag team champs.
Or longer, I don't know. They really don't have anybody to take it from them. Maybe McIntyre if they built it back up.
And for Braun Strowman, this is his second title opportunity tonight.
They can't win these because they're like the good guys.
Yeah, Strowman
bad guys have to win, especially if it's
later on in that match ended in the disqualification with Anderson and Gallows.
They don't care about the tag team championship. They can literally have that lose it and give it to the next
presented by the two. So again, the Universal Champion Seth Rollins teaming with the monster among men tonight, Braun Strowman.
I'm guessing this is
and they're going to battle for the Raw Tag Team titles against the OC.
So this is our main event of the night.
On the same team.
They're main eventing a tag team championship now.
We're going to find out next.
That's your main event. But we're going to go to commercial.
We get another commercial break.
Commercial break! Woo! Let's learn about stuff.
Gotta pay some bills.
Woo! Yeah. They gotta be like, here's this food stuff you want to eat. Here's some stuff for this you want to know. What's happening on USA Next and later and everything and whatnot. We only have one comment that came up. So hold your horses. So, Luke says interconnected means I get connected. Means basically international title.
Right. Intercontinental.
Oh, maybe it says intercontinental means interconnected.
Right.
There we go.
It's
Got it. Luke, you may have retracted your message, but I read it. Oh, screenshot that shit. Just kidding. I'm teasing. Oh, man. I wonder how many more commercials they're going to have during their main event of Tag Team Championship.
Why does that matter? We're talking about wrestling.
I don't know. I just was curious.
But we're not talking about wrestling.
Then talk about wrestling. Babble on about it. Please tell me more.
The Intercontinental Championship was a WWF title, where the U.S. title was an NWA title.
Just kidding!
So the Intercontinental title was held by a lot of the legends of the WWF, which was like Pat Patterson was their first champion in the 70s. I believe it was in the 70s. It might have been the early 80s. But that was like Randy Savage's belt because Hulk Hogan had the main belt over there. Ricky Steamboat had it. I don't know who had it in the 90s because I didn't really watch the WWF in the 90s because all their stars, all the ones I grew up watching went to WCW, so I just followed them over to there. And then I watched WCW, and then when I came back, I started watching it a little bit, the WWF. But Vince has always ran it different than I like.
Right.
I was a little bit more into the WCW style, which is a lot more like the NXT style of wrestling. And that was Eric Bischoff. And then Paul Heyman started ECW in the mid-90s, I would assume, and then it got pretty big, and then Vince bought it, and then he bought WCW. But anyways, back to the Intercontinental title.
Yes, he said Intercontinental, he recorrected his chat message.
That's fine.
Intercontinental means interconnected, means international or world title. Hence, we go back to the world title thing. What we were talking about was the fact that even if it's as in the continental, as in inside of a continent, let's say, you already have the United States Championship title. So that's almost the same thing. If you say it's a world title, then you already have one of those too.
Well,
basically.
WWE.
I mean, it used to be, but
right.
now it's the Universal title or whatnot. They had to rename it, I guess. But so in a way, they kind of just have the same. They're like, here's a belt for everything twice.
They just have to have mid-tier titles. Now it's Nakamura, and you don't even see him wrestle with it. Shinsuke Nakamura. He has the Intercontinental.
Oh, so he's pulling up Raw? Yeah, how do you guys feel about that? You know how people feel about how the champions don't show up to do anything? How do you guys feel about Shinsuke Nakamura having it, but never being around for anything?
I think it makes it more special. It's more special.
Makes it more special.
There's the United States champion who earlier tonight would argue had his gold saved by this duo.
I'm more fish.
So they had AJ Styles come out, of course. So is he going to interfere in some ways?
How's this match going to end?
Yeah, this room for who? What do you guys think? Do you think the OC's going to keep their championship title? Or do you think that they're going to give it over to
Seth freaking Brawlin.
Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman?
I think the OC's going to retain.
Alright, what do you guys out there think?
Next week.
But how are they going to retain?
That would be a
fight cheating.
I think Braun slams Seth or something. Right now.
Maybe. So you're thinking that Braun will
Either that or just fall.
They seem to be doing that a lot tonight. There's been a lot of those disqualification matches happening tonight.
Why not have another match with the same guys on later?
Moving on, this is for the
oh my gosh, Luke, did I miss one post? What post did I miss? Is it the third one that you retracted? Or was it the one you corrected? Or was it one that just didn't come up at all?
For the Raw Tag Team Championship!
Yes.
Introducing the challengers, the team of Braun Strowman and the Universal Champion, Seth Rollins!
Why did Braun put his arms up for Seth Rollins?
And their opponents, accompanied to the ring by the United States Champion, AJ Styles. They are
AJ Styles. AJ's all back there like
Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Anymore as Strowman and Rollins look to win the tag team titles here tonight.
Gallows
from
is
Anderson
such a big dude, but
Gallows.
he's
And
not.
again, AJ Styles, guys, could be the factor outside the ring. Rollins alluded to it in an interview a little bit earlier on. That's absolutely the case. And look, Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman both know what the OC is all about. All three of them. And look at the size of
like you're big, but you're like looking at the other guy and you're like, oh my god, he's bigger than
That's
me.
like Big Kimball just looking up to somebody, you know, like,
right?
And he's
Gallows charging in for Braun Strowman. I mean, Strowman already had an opportunity tonight. The United States Championship against AJ Styles was ruined because of Gallows and Anderson.
I mean, it would be intimidating.
Any pretty points in this match between these two big men. There's going to be a knockdown, drag-out brawl.
Look at Strowman.
Poor Gallows.
When is the last
Raw.
time
Yeah.
Strowman is just manhandling Gallows.
Oh, very tagged.
Seth Rollins, Universal
He's like,
Champion.
Seth,
Yes,
get
Seth,
him.
of course, with his ribs still taped up.
Yes, he still
Punch off
has
the
his
top.
Victim of that
ribs
horrific
taped
attack
up.
and assault by Brock Lesnar
They're
in
gonna play
SummerSlam
that
Tried to play the
8 nights
Steven
ago.
Seagal move.
Oh, I have to imagine he's going to feel the
I'm gonna
effects of
break
that
your
for quite
elephant.
some time.
Just a classic
Just punch
armbar.
him in the ribs a couple times. He'll crack. There you go.
Taking control. Tap was making. You saw Gallows go right to the body of Rollins.
Might as well.
Exactly where to
He's
keep
put
your
himself a
focus
target
on.
right there. He might as well hit it.
In the old days, that's what they used to call it.
Anderson, Gallows along with Styles, one of the
target?
most dangerous men in
Well, it is a target.
WWE
I mean,
today.
if you're
Well, there's no doubt
gonna wrap
that
up
AJ
your
Styles
ribs because
has
you're like, oh my god, I
reunited
have
the
a
fire under the Good Brothers. Well, I think you can also say that the Good Brothers have reunited the fire under AJ Styles. All three of these men were floundering for a piece until they reformed the OC, and now they're all
I don't think AJ was
Nothing but unstoppable.
Right? Like AJ
Michael
was
Cole's like all three of these guys are
are
floundering until they made a group.
Yeah, they were so weird and stupid all by themselves. Like,
matchup Anderson up
why?
and
Because
over.
AJ was trying to be a good guy.
That was made. Gallows is legal. And Rollins coming right
Big
in.
knee.
Sidestep and Anderson. Look at the Universal
Kicked him
Champion.
right in the grill.
Right in the grill.
Oh,
he
knee right to the side of Gallows.
He
Oh!
misgot
Yeah,
him.
but now the numbers game perhaps just
Oh!
Seth Rollins outside
Smack
the
him in the
ring.
face.
They're outside the ring now.
Yes.
Now it's
And
showcasing
AJ is
that
actually keeping up with it. I kind of figured
He
he
just stood his ground.
might see something.
Distracted him a little
Yeah,
bit.
Strowman pacing up on the apron. not want to get too much involved
No
in
more
this
distracting
matchup.
than any standing team, right?
On the line, Rollins and Strowman bounce
Staring
back.
at them. Staring.
Going back to a commercial break.
Okay, so Luke said that Nakamura has a light groin injury and he's trying to heal.
Good. I like it. I like when the champions actually don't wrestle every night.
So that's why.
It makes for a better main
Well,
event.
and it's
when they
kind of
show up.
nice, I guess, that...
It's just more exciting when they show up. If you see them every week, it gets old.
Well, and it's kind of nice that even though he has a slight injury, that they didn't just go, oh, you're broken, let's give it to somebody else. Oh, we'll just have you hand it over, lay down over there, let him lay on top of you and hold you down.
Like Rey Mysterio.
Oh, all right, here you go. So sorry. Here's my title.
Well, I got hurt. Yeah, they have to give up the titles quite a bit in this sport because they get hurt so easily.
Seth and Braun, and it will start a rivalry. Done thing will happen between Seth and Braun, and it will start a rivalry. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure that something's going to happen. There's no way that they're going to win the tag team. I mean, the OC has to keep it because they're doing such a good job being able about everything. So they need to keep it for sure. So Braun is way more interested in that Universal title than he is the tag team. And he just stares. I mean, like he drools a little bit when he stares at it. I mean,
Charlotte's chest.
Like drooling like most of you guys do over Charlotte's chest, which is so weird. But
that's weird.
Anyways,
why would you do that?
Let's see. Tom said 6'10". Oh, he's still talking about the U.S. Championship stuff. 6'10", Harley Race won from Flair. That Flair had it 11-24, Flair won from Race. NWA heavyweight title. So
yeah,
different one.
Heavyweight title from Race.
Yeah. So we were talking about how the United States Championship title, though, Rick may have held it once, but it was never a big thing. Like, he didn't go back and get it 5,000 times.
Yeah, no, he wasn't known
He was a big heavyweight guy. He was like the top-notch Universal Champion guy. Like, what's that Rollins right now? Like, he was the dude that won everything. That's what I'm saying, though. I mean, so why would you go after a minor type of title? You just wouldn't do it. Right. Because of where he was at. And Luke told me he posted about Liv's second pick twice. Well, I'm sorry, Luke, I may not have seen those postings.
What was her second pick about?
I don't know.
I want to know what her second pick. Because he said her first one was different. He told me that one.
Yeah, we did read that one about that one.
But the first one, the second one I didn't see. What do you say?
Second pick twice. Yeah, I don't remember reading that one. My bad.
Yeah, read faster.
You read faster. Why don't you read it? Jeez. Trying to keep up with all these people. Because there's so many of them.
Anybody watch any of that Stone Cold Ranch stuff?
Yeah. Anybody?
Did you guys watch any of that? Anybody? It's called Straight Up Steve Austin.
Straight Up Steve Austin.
The wrestlers just tell stories and then he takes them out and does crazy stuff with them. I haven't watched it. I was going to watch it.
I think the only one we watched a little bit of it was that Marine comedian guy that was on there. Right. And he took him out there in a tank. Who wouldn't want to ride around in a tank and run over?
Get your WWE t-shirts for $15.
Ooh, look, the replica titles. You can save on them tonight, too. Tonight.
OC taking out Universal Champion Seth Rollins and
oh, he's trying to tag him. Oh, he's even got his hand up. Look. Oh, yeah, he's not trying real hard, though.
Making a tag. And now
Anderson. Not trying hard at all.
And Gallows, and look at Seth Rollins starting to fight.
When he did it,
yeah. Rollins is so tough, isn't he? That was a massive spinebuster right on the
Rollins is getting handed
and he was still able to kick.
Yeah, and he's not trying hard enough to tag his partner in.
Weeks after weeks of him just getting beat
So we can totally
Let's not forget what
The OC has been dominating.
Follow my
The whole
lead.
commercial break.
Yes, I'm pretty sure they did because Seth looks like he was beat up quite a
His
bit.
ribs are exposed.
Well, maybe they should just kick him and punch him a few more times on him.
AJ Styles and Rollins and Braun Strowman would be no match
No
for the tag team champions
at
thus
all.
far. Roman's just got to be excited to be teaming with the Universal Championship for the tag team titles. The last time he was a tag champ, he was with a 10-year-old kid.
Time to turn it around.
Very valid point is Anderson now.
Way to turn it around, Renee says. Way to turn it
And
around.
Rollins trying to
He's
get
excited
Anderson
to be with the Universal Champion for his tag team championship match.
Because the last time was a 10-year-old kid.
Yeah, it sounds
That's what Seth
hilarious.
Rollins does. You put him in a bad spot, he finds a way to fight out.
Yeah, but he's hurt. Seth is hurting bad.
Oh, he's
Bad
totally
ribs,
hurting
can't breathe.
so bad.
Little separation, and now Rollins. Blockbuster connects. But again, the blockbuster forces you to land on the small of your back. Ribs again.
Blockbuster
But now
for
Seth's got an
newbies.
opportunity. Can he get the
for
ball?
oldies.
Ron reaching out with Anderson.
Oh my gosh.
Tags in.
I'm gonna get you. Oh, Anderson
Anderson.
Gallows is choking him on the ropes. He's like,
Stop Seth from getting to the corner was to go to the injured ribs. A clubbing blow.
Oh.
And it's just like, I don't want none of that.
Dude, I'm sorry, Braun. I don't want anything to do with you. Hey, somebody behind you. Oh. Hit him into the turnbuckle.
Man, big kick to Braun Strowman's face.
Yeah, Luke, I don't blame you. I don't drool over
Braun Strowman's been neutralized, and now it's 2-on-1. It's Seth Rollins super kick on a rally tag. But look, there's no one for Rollins' attack.
He said that Kerry Von Erich took it from Flair and
Seth Rollins continuing to fight into Anderson. Now into Gallows.
Oh, Seth is just keeping his own. He's got both the guys in there. And
Gallows down Rollins in his
got him.
tracks.
Throw him around.
All of them
Kick him in the
basically
ribs.
killed themselves.
Not surprising.
Smart Gallows for
I
the
think
moment.
there's only one that's still alive out of all the boys.
And Rollins right into Gallows.
Pretty sure that wasn't how that was supposed to happen, but they made
around
it
his
work.
waist.
Oh.
Falcon Arrow connects into the cover for the tag team titles. Anderson.
Don't you like your head in my
How the hell is Rose doing this? He's got nobody to tag. Braun's been taking bad ribs, and Rollins continues to go. Renee, Rollins on a different level than other superstars.
Yeah, it's weird having all three of the
Multi-time
anchor
Universal
speed
Champion.
good
He's had the
guys.
tag titles before.
I know, right? And they're like, I like them all. We can't be mean to anybody.
There's no friction.
Right now we keep saying it, it's
like,
one on
how
two,
does that
really, it's
Renee
one on
mean
three,
to
because
somebody
AJ Styles is still looking on the outside.
Yeah,
she
couldn't
still
be.
down. Yeah, AJ's been an instrumental part in this match already to draw Strowman into the attack by Gallows.
Ew, catch him in the face.
Right now Rollins just fighting for everything.
Rollins goes up top.
Everything. Oh, AJ interfered. You knew he would at some point.
AJ did get involved.
He finally did. He
It's not going to be
ripped
enough.
Seth off the top rope. They double teamed on Rollins.
Tag team titles into the cover. And Rollins kicks out again.
He just beat Brock Lesnar. He's not getting pinned by the tag team champion.
We've learned so much about Rollins
It's
over
just
the
not
past
gonna
couple of weeks. AJ Styles here. Rollins.
He's talking about you're going to have a phenomenal forearm like 3
Frequent
times.
tags now by the tag team champions.
Luke says the second pick was a real gothic and dark pick. That was creepy and hot. Oh, because you had said the first one was popish. I don't think I heard anything about the second one.
Right. Yeah, no, the gothic one would be cool. I was hoping that she'd come back as Sister Abigail.
And it definitely looks like it could be Sister Abigail gimmick.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping they might do.
I hope they will too, because she would make a good one. Put her in a little weird, like, little girl outfit with, like, the black and white kind of Wednesday Addams kind of thing, but with blonde hair and pigtails.
His ribs, and also how much air is he even able to get in it?
Oh, wait a minute.
Bray can carry her vocally.
And she has to carry around a really creepy doll.
I'm just saying she wouldn't have to carry it with her because she's not a good talker.
Right.
Ron would carry it.
That's how quick the monster among men can change the complexion of a matchup as Rollins able to slither free. Rollins rolls through.
Oh, okay, so Braun kicks the butt outside the ring.
The hot tag.
Rollins tags Braun in. He's beating up Anderson.
Strowman now. He's been waiting patiently to take out Anderson.
And Gallows is back in.
Ooh.
Oh, he's just running around the ring. I mean,
oh my God.
It's over. It's over.
Something's got to happen.
AJ's going to interfere.
Disqualification has to happen.
Oh, no, they got it.
Oh, Seth. No.
New tag team champions. New tag team champions. I told you they don't care about tag team divisions.
Oh, man, that's just dumb. I don't like it.
The unlikeliest of duos have come together.
Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, your new tag team champions.
Fans of business couldn't pick up even
Like I said,
I'm not happy. It's stupid.
They don't care about the tag team division.
It's just dumb. The other guys were doing so good.
I want to know how they're going to lose it.
They have to. And who's going to win
Who's
it?
going to get pinned?
Who's going to win it?
It doesn't matter. Who's going to get pinned?
And they're on their feet here tonight in the Twin Cities.
He sure
Braun Strowman came in tonight, guys.
For the tag team part, yes.
The United States champion. They said
They're going to have them for a while. Obviously, one's going to turn on the other one, and that's how they'll end up losing it, I would
I can't
say.
believe my eyes.
Yeah.
But, holy crap.
Alright, well, I'm not exactly thrilled about it.
I thought AJ was going to get it there, but once I saw the curb stomp.
Yeah. AJ got curb stomped. He was trying to, like, interfere so that the whole...
So they got disqualified.
Yeah. And it didn't
1, 2, 3, or 100.
So, Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins are the new tag team champions.
Now the tag team division is a joke again.
Yeah, it's now a stupid joke. Thanks, WWE. It's Raw.
I guess they wanted Seth to have 2 belts. Because Becky had 2 belts.
I don't know. I just don't like it at all.
Unbelievable. Take another look again at what happened at the end of this matchup.
Well, what do you guys think?
Yeah, what do you guys think about that? You
You guys
like that?
happy
You
to
guys
have
happy? Yes.
Braun Strowman and
Seth Rollins is your new tag team champions? Is it like your dream come true? You're like, I love it so much.
As we have new Raw Tag Team Champions, Rollins and Strowman.
Seth Rollins.
Let it soak in tonight.
So badly.
Well, this is exciting.
No, it sounds stupid.
These two could be absolutely.
Well, obviously they don't care about the OC. I thought they were going to push that group a little bit more.
Right? I thought they would too. They were being so good as being jerks to everybody.
Here tonight.
They gave up on them pretty early.
Why didn't they have somebody else of the tag team guys come up and take it? Like, have the Street Profits come in and take it from them. That would have been hilarious.
Not yet. That's that whole thing about giving it to the rookies right when they come in.
I know, but...
I like them, but they got to wait a year. So.
Yeah, he was like, I love that belt. Yeah, Braun's still drooling over that belt. Alright, so you were watching with Wrestling Gab Monday Night Raw tonight on August 19th, 2019. That last match just totally took it out of me of liking what was happening.
You got new tag team champions. We got Sasha Banks beating people up. We got some
which
King
was
of the
awesome.
Ring winners.
Yes, we did get some King of
It
the
was
Ring
an actual
winners. So
pretty
we'll go
good
to
show.
the second round. Our second round guys in Raw for these matches are Cedric Alexander and Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
They're coming into the second round for the King of the Ring. We did get to see The Fiend tonight a little bit. He attacked Jerry the King Lawler. So that was kind of
The
fun.
mandible claw.
Yes, all that good
That's
stuff.
what he uses with the veterans.
Yes, he
I
makes
like
sure he
it.
doesn't hurt them. It's very good of
Keeps it
him.
peachy.
Yes, very good, very good. So that was the last event of the night tonight for Raw. And I still hate it. So the OC is not the champions anymore for now.
Yeah.
But we do have Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman as the tag team champions. And Braun Strowman is still drooling immensely over the Universal Champion belt.
Yeah, that's going.
He literally drools on it.
Yeah.
I mean, completely drools.
He likes it.
So.
But anyways, we will be here tomorrow night for
Smackdown Live.
Smackdown. I want to call it Tuesday night Smackdown. Actually, I almost called it Monday night Smackdown.
Smackdown Live is tomorrow night. We will be here live. So be here or be square.
So, what is that? 8 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Mountain. What's after? 5 o'clock Pacific. What do they call that?
Yeah.
8, 7 Central would be what you'd see on your TV set.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, but thank you for watching Wrestling Gab. If you guys want to stick around in the chat room, you're more than welcome to. But we are off, and we'll say goodbye in there.
Bye!